Anybody hear me? Yo, you guys hear me? I can't hear. I can't hear myself, but I guess that's because there's nobody else talking. Yeah, I fooled you guys. This is the Howie show. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. He texted me the link. Um, so I clicked on it and entered, but I don't know where he is. Yeah,
You, what's up, buddy?
you hear me? Yeah,
Here?
Tommy, you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
I'm right
you.
here.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
hear
I'm
you.
good. All right. I'm sorry about
Yeah.
everything. I'm having difficulties with the audio here for some reason. It keeps trying to connect to other shit, and then I don't understand what the hell just happened. Apparently, I didn't add myself to the show. I added you and not me. I
Oh, okay.
apologize to everybody. Yeah, my
Yeah,
fault about
I,
that.
I was fucking with them. I said, it's a joke. This is my show.
It might as well have. It would for like 10 more minutes until somebody in the chat said something to me. It probably would have continued to be like that comment, but on,
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you're a little choppy.
Hold on, let me check and see. Let me change the setting. What about now?
Now you're good. Little bit, little feedback still.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. You know what I have to do? I'm gonna have to buy one external microphones probably,
Yeah.
and whatever these people use for earbuds. I have somebody. I just want to thanks to Smoke for helping with setting this up because I've never used it before, so it was confusing as hell. Unbelievable.
Yeah, right. You don't know until you try it.
Yeah, they're saying my audio is terrible. Let me just disconnect these. Then I guess I'll try to use my
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting right in front of my iPad. How's my audio?
How about now?
Sounds good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear
No,
me?
I have no audio at all.
We hear you. Do you guys hear me? Common, you're on mute.
Yeah, no. How's my audio now?
Talk a little bit.
Testing is it still choppy?
Yeah, it's still a little choppy.
I
But
don't
just yeah,
what it,
just try a little like go A B C D E F G just so we can see if it's bad.
all right. B C D E F G H I J K. When I
Yeah,
when
I mean we still hear like that little chop in there, but oh yeah, it's getting a little worse. Yeah, it's
I
bad.
tested this out before too. I,
Yeah, it's try doing something else.
how about now?
Uh,
A B C D E F G. Can
yeah, you could
anybody hear
still
me?
hear that little. It's like
Wow, what is going on right now?
yeah, we hear you, but it's still like it's like like a like a bad connection. Like you hear like static a
This is
little
the
bit
thing.
in the
Can somebody in
background.
the Yeah, can somebody tell me when I disconnected? This is what I was trying to do a test. I apologize for this sincerely. When I turned off the Bluetooth from my AirPods, I couldn't hear anything at all.
You couldn't hear
Right now, I'm
anything,
on a MacBook. No, I couldn't hear anything at all. That kept going to the mute.
right? Well, you sounds like choppy. So
Mm. Yeah, I know
did
that's
you
horrible. I'm trying to get rid of that, but
did you disconnect your earbuds?
yeah, I just did that. That's why I was on mute.
All right. So and you're just talking into the computer speaker and it's still choppy.
No, I'm talking through my AirPods. I turned the AirPods off. I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you, and you couldn't hear me. I was on mute the whole time.
Oh, well, maybe you have to like there's like a setting you got to switch it to the speaker on the laptop.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then there was nothing.
I mean, I hear you. It's just every once in a while you hear a little crack here and there.
Yeah, I just turned the echo noise cancellation thing off right now, the setting on.
Maybe you
How
should
about,
try putting it back on.
yeah, hold on. All right, one more time. Is it any better now that I turned that off? Yes or
No,
no? So that
no,
made it worse almost?
no. It's like still the same.
Hey, can you hold me down for 1 second? I'm gonna try to see if I can grab my other pick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Apologies.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right
I'll
back.
hold you down. What's up, everybody in the chat? Um, did anybody see Frankie's new co-host tonight, Casman? Let me see here. Yeah, I might as well just say hello to everyone. Let me people flying by in the chat on my TV. I use I have my iPad on my lap and it also on my big screen, but with the volume down, so there's no echo. Um, so yeah, I mean, how many people we got here? Let me see.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, just be quiet. Let me see how many people we got here. Oh, that's pretty. What does that say? 56 or 60? Yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, what's up, Carmine S? Bella, how are you? Steve, Scott LaRock, Stevie B. Who's that girl? Just waiting for the chat to move. Dixon Maya, Jersey girl. How are you, Jersey girl? Oh yeah, nobody's a fan of the guy Jersey girl. That's why I was just saying. But you know, Frankie, he's always got crazy idea going on. Danny Green, what's up, buddy? Joe Root. But yeah, he's a funny guy, that guy Casman. Um, the only one of the things that I know he told the truth about was that running joke that everybody was with JoJo. Um, because JoJo had a lot of people around him back in the day, and that was like a joke. I remember Johnny Boy Ruggiero telling that to me way back in like the late '80s or early '90s. Pronsky, what's up? It's the jacket. Carlos, what's up, my man? Becky Town. Yeah, it sounds terrible, Common.
Huh?
It sounds
Wow, this.
talk. Oh, I think it might be all right.
How about right now?
I think
Can you
it's
hear me?
okay. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Danny Green. Yeah, I don't remember meeting him. I mean, it's very well possible I may have shook his hand at the funeral. Um, but I don't remember being introduced to him. I've seen him around, but maybe that's what he means. He saw me around a few times. Um, but never like close enough to each other to shake hands or anything like that.
Hey, Howie, can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you know what it is? I turned off. I just disconnected the AirPods. I'm gonna have to just get a mic and like the regular headphones that the rest of these people use or something. I'll have to figure out what to buy.
yeah. Oh, it sounds perfect now.
Yeah, I'm just using it through the computer. So, but for some
Yeah.
reason it wasn't working before. But hold on, Gunsmoke's here too. I'm gonna add him on.
Yo,
What's up, Smoke?
what up,
What up,
man?
Smoke?
What's
What's
going
going on,
on?
brother?
You got everything situated?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for helping me out. I appreciate it.
Shit.
I gotta ask
About
you later what to use for the microphone and stuff though, because the AirPods is not working, man. Still had the same issue. Were you listening?
Yeah, you
well,
sounded horrible on here.
I know.
some,
Fucking
some
embarrassing, right?
sometimes to get a better connection, you got to stick your finger in your ass while you're talking.
Ooh,
Yeah. That's a totally different type of show right there. Hey Pete, hey Armand, can you put the code I sent you in the chat so I can give you a wrench, moderator wrench, please?
did you see me my code?
Yeah, I added you already. Thank you. You're
Oh,
good.
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't see any other Howies in there anyway.
All right. All right. Here's another one. Armand.
Yo, what up?
Mustache
Brother?
P.
What's
You got
up, Pete?
what's up, Howie? What's up,
What's going
Smoke?
on?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, we got to wrench up some people because you already got some of the
Right
Great
away.
Babes people in here talking.
Yeah, I already had to block some low life.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got a wrench? That's good. Good.
yeah.
Yeah, I already blocked some.
Wrench them right away before people start coming in under the because this sounds most of these people look legit.
Well, you know what it is too. It's not that I care about them talking shit or anybody cares about them talking shit, but they'll because they're cowards, they'll use a different name and then start putting people's family members' names in there and everything.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
People are upset. They see that Common had more people waiting for the show than some of them do when they do a live. And they've been doing this for fucking 4 years. They
That's
got to buy
funny.
bots to have 56 people watching. So
Yeah, it's hilarious, right? Hey, Carlos, I'm gonna give my man Carlos one over here.
yeah, yeah.
Of course. You have to.
Carlos, and Miss can't be wrong. Are honestly probably the best people. They're fucking snipers.
Yeah, let me
Let me add them real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Add as a moderator.
You know, Howie, thank God you said that was Louis Casman tonight, because I thought Brett just had like a fucking binge or something.
You thought
You
he
know, and and and
Yeah.
had a rough fucking night. I was
What?
like, damn.
Did you guys
Yeah,
get to watch the show? I was at a birthday dinner for me and my mother-in-law, and I was gonna come on stream tonight, but I forgot they got cats over there. Oh my god, I got a fucking allergic reaction to them. I had to take a bunch of Benadryl. I'm like, what the fuck? What a way to start the night. Believe me. But I heard, yeah, Brett's what? So he's on vacation, and Casman was doing the show with him or something like that.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
good show though. It was a good show though, Frank. It was good. It was good. I just I got freaked out. I was like, what the fuck happened to Brett? Yeah.
Jesus.
He morphed into Casman. He's been on here for too long.
He looked a little worse for wear too. I'm just saying.
Who, Casman?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's I don't know. I can't believe a word that guy says. What he said something about you. How I was listening on my way home. He said he knew you or met you or something like that. Is that what you were just
Hey,
talking
he said he
about?
met Howie a couple times. Oh, he's seen you a few times.
Yeah, I don't. I think he said he met me a few times, but I don't. I mean, I always saw him around here and there, but like never like we were never like standing in front of each other. But nah, I don't. I don't remember ever getting introduced to him or anything like that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking bizarre, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it could have been possible. Like when John Senior died, maybe I might have, because I went there with. I was there with JoJo and Skinny Dom and my friend Vinny. So maybe when I
Yeah, but he
walked in the
said
funeral.
he
Go
said
ahead.
like he said didn't he say like Senior was like overprotective of him, so he wouldn't be allowed to talk to you? Like
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be.
he said stuff like that before. Like he tried keeping him separate from the gangsters. And
yeah.
stuff like that.
Like what are you doing talking to these people? Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Something like
worried
Yeah,
that.
it
about
could
being
be.
cut out. I
Could
don't know
be.
who would do that. It makes no sense. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what to make of it.
you went to Gotti's funeral, Howie?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Some people, they fucking went in the courtroom to watch the trials, and you
Yeah.
you went to the funeral.
I'm surprised that guy wasn't there. To be honest with you, he probably fucking was.
What, at the trials or at the funeral?
Oh, are you talking about the guy that goes on that show over there? That was like.
I know. I know he does. I know for sure he was at the trials. Yeah, I know what the kid you're talking about. The one that drives around all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my bad for coughing. I thought I muted. God damn it.
You think he was at the funeral too, or what?
I don't know. When did he when did he go bad? It was after Senior died, right? So
Yeah,
Was it
Yeah, it was after
2005?
he died. Yeah.
2002, right?
yeah.
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 Yeah. The other thing too is he says that John used to break his chops and say he wanted him to marry Angel or marry Victoria. I
Right.
think they were already married before Cashman really started coming around tight with John.
Did he say that again tonight? Did
Yeah,
bring
he
that up?
said.
He
Yeah,
said it
yeah,
again?
but tonight he also said it about Victoria.
Hmm.
Now, I don't remember what year Victoria got married, but I know Angel got married before John became the boss, and Cashman really didn't become tight with John until maybe like a year after he was boss, or I don't know. I just because all of his stories that have to do with John are always with about Tommy Gambino, and it's always when John was the boss. You understand? John
Right.
didn't become the boss till '85.
86, really, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right because it was in December. Right, you're right.
Yeah, so it's basically January, January, February by the time, yeah.
Yeah, so it's if a couple of weeks it was already '86.
Oh,
Yeah.
he missed his chance. They could have had a fucking podcast together.
Yeah, that was his
Angel.
calling. He makes his rounds though. He's been doing a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got a lot of time on his hands because he was like, "Whenever I'm free, whenever, Frank."
Who's that? Casman, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got to be what, close to 70? No, he's probably retired for a while. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Is he that old? Damn.
Casman? I
Yeah.
mean, he said so. He said he met Gene, and according to him, he met Gene and Angelo in the '80s. So I'm assuming he's got to be somewhat close to being an adult in the '80s, right?
Uh,
Maybe he's
yeah,
60
I
something.
guess. Yeah, he might be like 65, maybe.
So, did you guys, not to change the subject, but did you guys see that Russell did or Sal did a final
Oh,
video today?
jeez.
No, I didn't
No.
see it. Did he really? What did he say?
He did it saying that he's going to delete his YouTube, basically, and he also said that he doesn't know if he was hallucinating some things. He doesn't remember a lot of other
Oh,
things, and he was just he said thank you to the three of us. I guess because we had, or I called
The
him. I know
three
I
of
called.
us.
He said thank you to Howie, Mustache P, and Common. He said
Oh,
Gus
mother.
wants you. He said Gus wants you to jerk off, but no, he didn't say that.
he
But
didn't say that.
he didn't say the jerk off
Nah,
part.
because we called him after that last live that he did. He was in
Yeah,
bad shape, man. And
yeah,
we were honestly worried about him. You know.
right. Yep, yep. Yeah, I talked to him for 2 seconds, but he said he's deleting his YouTube or
Oh,
whatever.
he's in the chat right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he apologized to everybody and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed really, really and emotional, and like I wouldn't want to see somebody that
No.
emotional, and I wouldn't add to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Yeah. No. Absolutely not. I mean, listen. I think everybody knew that he wasn't in a good spot, and I'm actually glad he came on the other day though, like that, because we did reach out to him and talk to him. So hopefully it helped. If anything, worst case, you know what I mean?
Well, and you know what? Because when I had called him, I called him after you guys, and he sounded okay. So obviously, it's the YouTube that kind of does that to him. So yeah, stay the fuck
Yeah.
away, bro. Stay away, because
Of
I just
course.
hope he gets better, man. Yeah, this YouTube's no good for him, man. So
nah.
No.
And
you don't need
you know
YouTube.
what? To give Gunsmoke some credit, when he actually started playing the video on his show and actually saw the shape that Sal was in, he stopped it. He didn't continue
Right.
playing it,
Yeah.
and he seemed a little bit, shocked.
Yeah, I didn't want to see him like that, man.
No.
I didn't even want to touch on that,
No. Of
because
course
that
not.
was real life shit. So
Well, yeah, when you see
yeah,
somebody showing, the raw emotions, you don't want to be a bully either, because that's what you
nah,
feel
nah.
like when you
No.
No,
fuck with somebody. You know what I mean? So I felt the same way.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's not the kind of people that we are.
No.
Um, we'll fuck with somebody, you break their balls, but you don't want to. When you see somebody in that condition, that's it. You have a limit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You
So
know, especially when you have a family member that may have done that to themselves.
right, right, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. That's what was real troubling too, because that stuff runs in families too. Mental health and stuff like that, and it's not anything to play around with, honestly.
Runs in families and every woman I ever met. So yeah.
Fucking Christ.
You think
You
it
ain't
was
guilty of that.
them? I don't know. Maybe it was.
Maybe. That's true. That's true. Either that or I just have a good, I pick them good. You know what I mean? But whatever. Is what it is.
No, it's good. It's good, Sal, man. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for hopping in the chat. And hit the like button, God damn it.
Hey, you
Appreciate
ever
it.
take? Back when you were single, did you ever take the dog out and like get an opportunity to speak to a lot of girls because of the dog?
What, the one I'm in the
Pete.
picture with?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's my girlfriend's dog. It's not even mine. What's
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah. So I just take pictures with it so that when we break up, it looks like I have one. You know what I mean? I put it on my my Bumble profile or something.
What kind of dog is that? It's hard to see in the picture
I
there.
don't know. She's like I don't know. She's like a mutt, I guess.
Yorkie, a what?
Some Yorkie in there, Russian lap dog. I don't fucking know.
You said a Russian lap dog.
Portuguese water dog. Something like that. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
What's the dog's name?
It's the fucking most played out name of all dogs, Mia.
Oh, Mia. It's
Yeah.
not that played out.
But she's a good dog, bro. She'll never bite anybody. Like, she's not a good protection dog, but she's just a chill sweetheart of a dog.
Yeah, she wants to be friends with everybody.
Right. I take her hiking with me and shit. But
What
yeah,
kind of dog? What kind of dog is it?
she's like a poodle Yorkie mix kind of thing. I don't know. She saved it. The dog was they're about to kill her when she was a puppy, and
No
Oh, you
shit.
adopted her.
somebody snuck it out the back door, and she held on to it. So,
Oh
but
shit.
yeah, I keep those photos, bro. You think I'm gonna get rid of those? Come on.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty close. I almost love dogs more than people.
Hey,
That's the truth a lot of times too.
they're definitely more loyal. They're always happy to see you when you come home. You know, they don't give you a dirty look and throw something at you.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
Right.
listen, you put a human in the trunk of a car and then open the trunk, they'll be looking to kill you. You put a dog in the trunk of a car, you open the trunk, he comes out, he starts licking your face.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've never put a human in a trunk, but I guess that's what would happen, bro. Yeah.
you don't
Unconditional love.
Right. Right. That's why when people say, "Oh, hey, look at my dog. Look how much he loves me. Look, does he look like he's abused to you?" Fucking
Yeah,
any dog is going to try to get your attention and show you love, even if it beat it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, of course. They know you're the one who feeds them. So
Right.
yeah. That's a problem. You really don't know. You know.
Well, listen, I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Now, I know a kid that I knew. I fucking flipped out and went crazy on him one day because he had a big ass blue nose pit that was like 95 pounds, a real big one, and the dog was mad aggressive and it hated people. And I went over there one day after our softball game, and the dude's in the house and he had these wiffle bats all over his house and shit. And I was like, I thought it was for his kids. I'm like, why you got all these wiffle bats? Come to find out, when a dog's doing something wrong, whatever, he's over there hitting the fucking dog with a wiffle ball bat.
Son of a bitch.
Fucked up. That's
Yeah,
hard
I
to watch,
fucking
bro.
I hate that shit.
snapped on him. I'm like, dude, bro, what is wrong with you? You can't discipline it. You're hitting your dog with that wiffle ball bat. He's like, yeah, he's fucking crazy. He attacks people and hits people. I'm like, bro, because you're hitting people. You're
That
hitting
exactly,
the bat all the time, man.
Making it worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I
exactly.
mean, you're making the dog more aggressive. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know,
Yeah, it's humans that make dogs like that. You know what I mean?
1000%.
They don't
Yeah,
know how to handle dogs,
yeah, it's not the dogs, it's the owners.
Listen, I grew up with these kids, this family. They were like these really rough and tumble fucking Irish people, and they had a bunch of Rottweilers, and they were breeders. And the one kid, they were like white trash, whatever. The kid would show me what they would do to like get the dogs ready to like fluff the dogs. Just fucking disgusting, dude. Breeders, like, it's very hard to find a good breeder. A lot of them are not good people. You know what I mean? That's
Oh yeah,
another
they're just
whole.
looking at him as money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not into that. Not into that at all. You got to be careful if you're getting a dog from a breeder. That's for sure. People going through
yeah.
that.
Yeah, especially they got those like puppy mills and stuff like that. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
them got shut down, thankfully. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah,
my mom, before she passed, she rescued the hell is it? Those little Mexican Chihuahuas there, but like a long haired one. And
yeah.
No
it
shit.
was in one of those puppy mills. All it did was have litters. That's literally it, like her whole life. You know, it was sad, man. But she rescued that dog and gave it a better life. But I guess they shut down the whole puppy mill that they were at. They had like 60, 70 dogs in there that were just strictly there for breeding only.
Jesus,
Yeah, it's pretty sick, man. They just leave them
nasty,
there
dude.
caged up all day. Basically, they don't do nothing but eat and just get
Shit
pregnant.
everywhere. It's not. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
hmm There's a lot of money in that though, with like the sought after breeds like these bullies and pits and cane corsos, shit like that. I mean, some of these dogs are like 10, 15, 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
definitely.
I heard there's some people in China that were paying like $250,000, $500,000 for some of these dogs just to get the genetics or whatever.
Yeah, they
Wow.
wanted to add them into their breeding program.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. My buddy bought a dog from what's Outcast, not Andre 3000, his partner there, the bigger one.
Big boy.
Big
Yeah,
boy.
Big Boy. So Big Boy has a he breeds pit bulls like blue noses and pockets and stuff like that out in Arizona. It's called I think it's Pitfall Kennels is the name of it. and my buddy bought the pick of a litter off of him with one of these dogs that was in like the magazines. I forget the dog's name. I think it was like cognac, or it was one of these like alcohol names, whatever. Some well known dog or whatever, like the grandfather, and it was like his bloodline. And he paid like 10 grand for the pick of the litter. And they're big into that. But supposedly the main dog, somebody from China came over and was trying to give him like $250,000, $500,000 just to get the dog off him, and he wouldn't do it.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think I heard.
he told him no.
I think I heard of a bully that was bought for like almost $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
the pocket bullies.
Something like that. Yeah, from I think it was like China or Japan or something.
Yeah, it was China.
Yeah,
China.
that's why you gotta watch out, because people will steal your dog, bro. You got these people that go around and try to steal
They'll
those
kill you
types of
for it,
dogs.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody on here that was fucking taking dogs.
You got a
Really?
French bulldog, motherfucker?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. The guy that's always got dogs over there.
Oh shit. I don't know.
How do you think he bought those dogs? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't, but now I do. I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Well, they have like in London and shit, or even in New York City, it's like a big thing. If you leave your dog for a second, these people run up and snatch your dog, like, and sell it. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Could you
The French,
imagine that?
like
That's
Gunsmoke said, the French bulldogs, they're
Yep.
hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
6 grand at least a piece.
Yep.
yeah. That's the dog. That's the dog my mom did want to get, was a Frenchie. Those are nice dogs though.
Yeah, but they don't live
They got
that
health.
long.
Yeah, they got a lot of health problems, like with their
Breathing
snout.
problems.
Yeah, their snouts are too short, and I think they get
Same
like hip
thing with
Yeah.
problems.
pugs, right? It's like pugs got the same problem, I think.
Yeah,
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 pugs
I
too.
mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
my French bulldog died at 9 years old.
Hmm.
I had a French
Oh
bulldog.
man. Yeah, see, that's the thing, bro. It's about getting pets. I could just, I can't, I don't want to get them, first of all, because I just don't have time. So I don't want to get a dog. I don't have time for it. But also, you have to accept that dog might pass, like, at some point. Like,
Especially dogs, because they
it's hard
pass
to
within
deal with.
7 to like 10 years,
Yeah,
14 years.
that's
A
rough.
cat, at least a cat, you could get maybe, hopefully, 20 years.
Yeah.
A lot of that depends on the breed, though. Like the big breeds don't live that long, but the small ones, like them Chihuahuas, they live like 20-something fucking years.
Yeah, they do live a long time. Yep. The small dogs like Chihuahuas and shit like that. Yeah.
What the hell is that noise?
I don't know. Somebody by the ocean?
Somebody
Hey,
by a faucet.
I got a quick question while we're on here, because I was just honestly, guys, this was just kind of like a test stream we were doing, hopping on just so I could figure out how everything works. We'll be doing like the official show when I schedule. I got some content and stuff I want to be covering too. I'm gonna be covering a lot of stuff on current events, shit that's going on in the news, political wise, criminal trials, covering stuff like that. So look forward to that. Once I get enough, how many subscribers and stuff do you need in order to get monetized? Smoke, you know?
Shit, it might be 500.
I think it is 500 now, right?
Oh,
It
it's
used
only
to be
500.
1,000.
Yeah, it used to be like 1,000. Now it's 500.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, whenever I can get up to that 500, I'm gonna start doing like long form, like content videos, like pre-records and stuff too. So
Yeah, it'd be
Let's
awesome,
see.
bro.
You might be close to it. Let's see.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get into
well,
that.
All right.
But
yeah,
my
well,
my
you
right.
no, I'm saying like you can put up the content and that'll help you get up there. You know what I'm saying? Put up a couple of things,
Real quick.
and you know, and as far as like the lives, you still have Cash App, so you know that you're probably better off not having they take 30% of your money.
Is that what it's at? 30% they take?
Yeah.
Oh wow, no sure. Damn,
Yeah.
YouTube must be making a killing then. Hey, Miss Can't Be Wrong. That's her in there, right? I try to give her a wrench too. I don't know if I did that right.
No.
Yeah.
You know, people
She
do
has one.
those. People do those. People do those vertical videos, and they end up getting a lot of subs because someone's just scrolling through and sees you, and if they're interested, they'll stick around too.
What are the vertical videos? What do you mean by that?
Those are the ones like if you go on your phone and you go live on your phone, you end up in that live section of YouTube.
Oh yes, the feed, like the feed where you just scroll.
Yep,
oh
yep.
yeah, I got you.
Yep. That's why you can be on there, and you'll end up getting like, I don't know, 10,000 views Because
Oh.
even if someone scrolls on there and they watch for fucking 5 seconds, I'm pretty sure that's a view. You know what I mean?
Views of view,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, views of view, right.
But there,
Yeah,
yo,
I
there's
think the important part is like the watch time or minutes per viewer or whatever, right?
yeah. Well, to be in
Well,
like
they
the
look at that
algorithm.
too, yeah.
There's this lady on that I always see when I scroll through. Her name is Tammy Hull. You know that broad? Gunsmoke.
Is she a crazy one?
Tamarind Hole?
Tam, maybe, yeah.
The
Tammy, I
crazy
thought it was.
girl?
Short hair?
No, the lady who she's homeless. She's like Tony
Yeah,
T,
she's
but
Oh,
like a
I don't know.
female
I don't
version.
know.
She's got a
yeah,
fucked up looking face.
she's crazy. She's always talking some crazy political conspiracies and shit.
Yeah, she's nuts, but her
Yeah,
face is crazy looking.
she reminds me of fucking a Beats, like the female of Beats.
Right. I can't. We gotta hook them up. She has a dog. She lives in a car.
Yeah,
Like,
I know who
but
you're
I don't know
talking
if
about.
I've seen this, bro. I
yeah,
don't know.
she's
Nah,
popular though.
you've seen her. She's got to be in all our feeds because
Right.
I think the way it works with like the algorithm is that since we all go up to a lot of the same channels and interact with each other, a lot of the
Mhm.
stuff that we watch will start popping up in your feed.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
recommended videos and shit like that.
She's on Instagram too, but she's got a lot of followers and she's got over 20,000 subscribers, I think, on YouTube.
Really?
So, yeah, she makes money on here, but she's nuts. She looks
Yeah,
like her
she's
face.
insane.
She looks like a witch, like her face. She's really intense looking.
Evil, huh?
She's nuts
I've seen
too.
a
Yeah.
few of them in my YouTube short feed looking like a witch.
She she makes Karen Reed look like a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then she's
Jeez.
guilty. Guilty as sin.
Yeah, I said that. Gunsmoke hates that chick.
Yeah, guilty as
I
sin.
don't like her either, bro. I didn't like her face, but
Evil. Imagine her straddling you in the middle of the night.
I mean,
That
but
evil, you're looking
listen,
up at her, that evil face looking down at you.
bro, crazy girls are the best, though. Come on.
Yeah, but pure evil. Yeah, until she kills you, right? With a fucking candle holder.
Well,
With a candle holder.
she
Yeah, that's
just
what they
fucking
do.
runs you over,
You should talk about this new story they got. She just got convicted. Devin Michaels, former porn star. She married this guy. She slept with his son from a previous marriage, her own stepson, behind his back, wanted to marry him, so she killed the husband, cut his head off, and then she's got found guilty.
She cut his head
Wow.
off.
She wanted to make a new life with the stepson.
Wow, that's sounds like a porno, but like a fucking
What's her name?
true crime porno.
Devin Michaels.
Does she have like short hair?
Nah. Long
Okay,
hair.
because I seen another one. Maybe it was like one of them Instagram chicks or something like that. Killed her boyfriend and had some weird shit going on at the house or whatever.
Oh, that's another chick. The OnlyFans chick.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
another-
her.
yeah.
She
She
get-
What's her
stabbed
name?
him.
I don't know her name, but I
That
know
kid's
he's
crazy.
Yeah, she had
That-
long blonde hair.
Yeah.
in Miami. That happened in Miami,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
yes.
she stabbed the
Yeah,
shit out of
yeah,
that
yeah.
dude.
That,
Right.
yeah, that's
But then her parents got arrested too for like
What?
tampering. They tampered with evidence or something. They went and arrested the mother or the father. I forget which one. Something with her laptop. They went and got her laptop and did something with it, and the parents ended up getting arrested at one point after she
Really?
got.
She was a DV girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I heard something about that too. Like they were trying to,
I didn't know that.
to help, but like manipulating shit.
Right. There's a body cam video on YouTube. I think that's how I saw it on Long Crime. I watch all those. So that's all I watch on YouTube a lot of times is the fucking body.
Long Crime. Yeah,
No,
I
just the
seen that
body
shit.
cam. Yeah, they're great, man. It's entertaining.
Or when
shit.
they shoplift or at the bank and shit, they try to
Yeah.
pull up the bank and they call the cops.
Like just crazy Karens are always good to watch.
The ones at Target are funny too. You ever seen those guys? Top flight security at Target.
I seen some of that
Picking
shit.
up the shoplifters. Some of the shit on there is pretty funny too.
I seen one chick get dragged out like a fucking rag doll.
Somebody should do that at like Walmart or something. Like live stream, like all the lunatics and shit that get into stuff at Walmart. There's always something crazy going on at Walmart. You probably get a ton of views doing that, but
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
what
they
do
don't
you?
get-
I got a question. You guys I know Smoke, you're paying attention to some of this. What do you think with this whole shit going on right now with the Epstein and Trump shit going on right now?
a whole lot of nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I mean, Trump. Yeah, go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
Pete.
Nope,
No, go
nope,
ahead. Go
nope.
ahead. No, you
No,
first.
no.
I insist.
I'm just saying. I think that there's a lot of shit with Epstein and Israel and the Mossad and all that we don't know about. You know,
Hmm.
I definitely think he had a lot of ties. You know,
Yeah.
and as
Well,
far as Trump, I don't know, man.
I don't. I got my explanation and understanding for it. I
I
guess he
have a
did it.
question. I have a
Well,
question, Common, in reference to the Epstein thing.
yeah,
The girl who unalived herself, was that the one that was working in Mar-a-Lago?
yes.
All right.
That
That
same
So
was,
chick was
now,
working in
that was
Mar-a-Lago.
Virginia. That was Virginia Giuffre. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
the
So now
Virginia. Huh?
they're saying that Trump was it with her in a room and she was 15 years old for a really long time or something.
That's a lie.
And you had mentioned that to me that the time, like if you do the math, it doesn't add up.
No.
She was working at Mar-a-Lago. She had to be 18, 19 years old.
No. So okay. So
God,
yeah.
you explain.
Most of that's true, but this is what it is. So the girl Virginia Giuffre that recently committed the act or whatever, she's not here anymore, right? She was one of the original accusers of Epstein that went and reported him to the uh, police department in Florida, and then that led to the FBI stuff or whatever, right? Now she was born, I believe, in 1982 or 83, somewhere around there, and she was working down at Mar-a-Lago at Trump's estate down there. And I don't know if she was working in the massage place or if she was just working on the grounds, like taking care of guests and stuff like that. Like bring me towels, bring the whatever, little errands and stuff like that, right? And I guess what happened is that Epstein and Maxwell would routinely be at Mar-a-Lago, and they'd go and use the facilities, and they'd go to the massage place. I guess that a bunch of the girls had reported to staff that Epstein and Maxwell were trying to poach them, and take them away from Mar-a-Lago to go work for him or do stuff for him at some of his places that he had or whatever. So that obviously went up the chain of command, and it got Trump's attention. And Trump said that he went and he approached Epstein and told him, hey, I don't appreciate you trying to reach out to people that work for me to take them and go and bring them to some other place. I'm going to ask you to stop. And I guess he went and he did it again, and it happened to be with that Virginia Giuffre girl. So now when the Virginia Giuffre girl winds up going over with Epstein, she was with Epstein, I think, for about a year, a little over a year, when in 2001, I believe, either 2000 or 2001. So she was 17 at max for maybe a little bit less than a year, right? When they claim that Trump was with the Virginia Giuffre girl, I don't hear what the exact timeline is, but like I said, they didn't start talking or having a relationship until around the year 2000, 2001, something like that. And the only time Trump could have been down there at that time would have been in like 02, 01, 02, 03, and she would have been over the age of 18 at that time because she was born, I think, in 82 or 83. So in order for that story to make sense, the girl would have had to have been born in 1988 or something like that.
Mm.
So the timeline doesn't make any sense. Even she would have had to been born in even later than that. If she was only 15, that happened in 2000. So 19 what? 85?
You said she was born 82?
Yeah, I think she was born in 82. Let me look it
And,
up real quick.
and I think
Yeah.
she did an interview saying that Trump never did nothing wrong. She never saw Trump do nothing weird or
She
nothing
did.
wrong.
She
Well,
Was
she
it
did.
in
testified.
97?
And then people say she said that because she was scared. But you know what? People who want that to be true, they want it to be true so
Exactly.
bad. They're gonna say whatever, and they're
They
gonna
want to hear what they want to hear.
right.
She would have been 15 in 97.
She was born in August 1983.
Okay,
So
so then in 98 she would have been 15.
right, and she didn't meet Epstein until 01, I believe, 2000 or 2001. So the girl was 17, going on 18 years old when she met Epstein at the very earliest. Now, the problem with that is that the Virginia Giuffre girl testified under oath multiple times and said that she did know Donald Trump and she met him a few times and that he was nothing but a gentleman and
Mhm.
kept it cordial and pleasant. Wasn't involved in any of this stuff. Now, when the Virginia Giuffre girl originally made these allegations against Epstein. I think it was back in like 2011, maybe the first time. So obviously Trump wasn't running for president. He wasn't the president at the time. I don't even think running for office at that time was even on the guy's mind. And what reason would she have to protect Donald Trump and not protect Epstein or the prime minister of Israel or any of the other people that she implicated in any of the stuff that she allegedly was involved in?
Right. Yeah.
The story itself doesn't make any sense. And my biggest problem with the whole situation is that the guy that all of this alleged information comes from, that's all leaking out right now, that Mike Wolf guy, who's the author, that author and hack journalist, that miscreant over there. Now, they released originally 3 emails between Epstein and Maxwell, and a couple between Epstein and the Mike Wolf guy, right? But those emails, it was 3 emails over the course of like a 8-year period of time, right? Out of all the emails that they put out there. And then when you start looking and reading the correspondence between Mike Wolf and Epstein, Mike Wolf is in there telling Epstein how he can basically manipulate the media and put certain stories out there or headlines that will, put people like Trump into a bad light and kind of get ahead of it. So he's in essence trying to help and cover up a guy who at this time had already been convicted for solicitation of prostituting with a minor. Right?
He's the Democrats working with this motherfucker. Go on.
Yeah, I think he got convicted back in 2008 for that, right? And if you read one of the email chains that they had between Epstein and Maxwell, before he wound up getting arrested and all that stuff happened, Epstein is basically telling Ghislaine Maxwell that, tell people that you didn't know anything about this. Instead of saying that you were involved in, provocative and lewd or, lascivious activity with this kids, doesn't, soliciting prostitute from a minor sound better than all the other stuff that these people are accusing you of? So he's telling her basically how to manipulate and frame the story in the public so it doesn't sound as bad as it actually is, right? So the way I'm looking at these emails and the conversations that he's having between people like Mike Wolf or Ghislaine Maxwell or any of these other people is that he's basically trying to put out a spin into the media and use the media to spin a narrative that'll look better on him. But at the same time, he's showing his propensity to blackmail and coerce people into getting whatever he's trying to get out of the situation. You know what I mean? And I don't understand for the life of me the people that are on here that are trying to say that, this guy didn't have any intention to want to, lie or cover it up. Didn't we hear for the longest time that Epstein was this alleged, CIA or Mossad agent that had all these hidden video cameras and stuff to get all these politicians and high profile people to put them in compromising positions that would get him to have leverage over them to carry out whatever the shit he was doing, right?
And I definitely think that happened for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So my whole thing is that, okay, well, if this guy had all this stuff set up and the FBI went to his place, because in the conversation that he had with the Mike Wolf guy, Mike Wolf was doing an interview within the last couple of weeks, and he was talking about how he saw pictures of Trump at Epstein's house, and he was sitting by the pool, whatever, and the girls were like allegedly pointing at a spot or something that he had on his pants, trying to make it look bad, right? Now, if you know that Epstein is this person that tries to get his way in with all these high profile people, which we know he did. You can look at the people he was associated with and friends with, right? I mean, that's pretty much been out in the open for a long time, right? Now, if you know that he's doing that, these girls that are allegedly at this pool, they're not walking around with their driver's license and social security cards printed on their t-shirts. And I don't know about you guys, but we're all around the same age, in our 40s now. And I go and I look at, you see kids that are in, college and stuff like that, and you look at them like they look like 12-year-olds. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell the difference between a girl that's 15 and 18, 19, 20. It's very hard. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that the girls that were at this pool that were allegedly walking around topless, whatever, they could have very well been 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what I mean? You can't tell from looking at them on a photo or a video. Yeah. You guys agree with that or no?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
For the most part, sometimes
you're gonna know if she's 12, but I'm saying
a 15-year-old looks older, but you could tell a 15-year-old from a fucking 21-year-old, But but some of them do look older though. You
Maybe
don't
they
know
would
who the
just,
fuck, you know.
and people would just probably
That's
assume.
why people get ID'd, because when you're young, you don't know who the fuck, how old they are. You know, you can't tell
Yeah.
really. You don't
Right.
know.
So a lot of the problem that I see, basically what I was getting is that let's say hypothetically that these alleged pictures existed, right, where he's outside laying down at a pool and there's younger looking girls walking around topless, right? Now, everybody's saying, oh, Trump doesn't want these Epstein files to come out. He doesn't want them to leak because we're going to start seeing some of the stuff like these photographs pop up that they allegedly took from Epstein's house when they raided it, right? Now, it's not going to matter. What my point is, it's not going to matter how old these girls actually were, even if they were over the age of 18. It's the optics. People are just going to look at it and go, aha. You know what I mean? So I can understand, even if he didn't do anything wrong, knowing that possible stuff like this people could take and spin it into whatever they want, because people do this stuff all the time with the media. They manipulate everything. So I could see why he wouldn't want that coming out. Not saying he's guilty of doing anything, but just for the optics alone, like it would be horrible, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So,
I mean, the whole Trump thing. When I actually see something, then I'll say he is what he is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like you're saying, people are going to perceive it how they want to perceive it, and but the whole thing with Epstein, I mean, to me, that's just more interesting. His whole situation, how he got that money, how he's able to get those houses in that fucking island. Like,
Nobody knows, man.
nope.
I
Well,
know
that's the
that.
thing. The guy was a teacher, basically.
A teacher of what?
He was a teacher, like he was either a school teacher or like professor. Like he wasn't
Hmm.
no like Ivy League professor that had books out and was an economics major that had investments and all this. He pretty much came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden the guy was one of the wealthiest people in the world, rubbing elbows with leaders from every foreign country, from the presidents and politicians to the prime ministers and princes in England
Hmm.
and overseas. I mean, the people that he hung around with was a list of the who's who, basically.
How the
So the
fuck
guy.
did he do that?
Well, that's the whole thing, is that nobody really knows exactly what this guy's background is. It's kind of a
Even Bill
mystery.
Clinton didn't want to ask him. They said, "Do you know? Did you ask him what he did for a living?" He's like, "I didn't ask. I didn't want, you know."
Well, he
Yeah,
definitely had a
But
lot
he
of
went on a
ties with
plane.
Israel. He definitely had some really close ties with Israel and the Mossad and all that. You know what I
I
mean?
believe
For
so.
sure.
Well,
I
they
think I
said
think he
they
did.
made a statement. I think Netanyahu made a statement that he wasn't involved with
Of course,
Mossad.
They can't
you're
admit
right.
that.
Of course, he's gonna say that. Netanyahu's an evil motherfucker. I think.
Well, hey, I want to give a
Come on.
shout out. Scott sister. That's our man Scott LaRock Smoke, right?
Right.
Scholar Rock, my man.
Hey, thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. He sent over a cash app. I appreciate that, brother.
Nice.
I think
Thank you, Scott.
I think I got him in the chat too. I'm pretty sure I got one thing over there. Is that the right red? Does anybody know if that's the right red?
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
That
I'm
is him?
sure. Yeah, I'm
Who
pretty
the
sure.
fuck else would want
Black
to be
ginger, right?
redheaded stepchild? Come on.
Right?
Red, do me a favor. I'm gonna send you a text right now with a pin code. Just put it in the chat so I can make sure it's definitely buddy. Just to make sure, then I can avoid any headaches.
I'm back.
All right, I sent it to you. Yeah, so no, I agree with you guys with the whole Epstein thing for sure. Nobody really knows, too much about the guy's background. He kind of came out of nowhere in, the 80s, 90s. Oh, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Did you, he's telling a story now that he's allegedly going back and forth trying to smear Trump in the conversations and recordings he had with the Mike Wolf guy when he did the interview at his Manhattan house, apartment, whatever you want to call it, right before he got indicted by the feds. And if you hear him talking about it, he was making comments about how he's the one that introduced Trump to Melania, and people were saying that Trump had sex with Melania for the first time on the Lolita Express and all this stuff. But if people go back and they remember, Maureen, okay, Maureen, I got you. No problem. Yeah, if you guys don't want me to say anything, just leave me a message if you guys do something over, not to say anything out loud. But I appreciate everything. Thank you. Where was I at? Sorry, guys, I got distracted there by a comment.
About the Lolita Express and
Oh, Melania, right.
right.
So the truth of the matter is that Donald Trump met Melania in 1998, right? It was I think it was New York Fashion Week, I believe it was. And there was a mutual friend that they that had something to do, like, I think they're part of like the Met Gala, and they own a fashion company and stuff like that. And they were the ones that introduced Trump and Melania together in 1998, right? Now, I remember that obviously we all know that Ghislaine Maxwell went to trial and got convicted, right? And I knew that there had to be some sort of discovery if they were going to be using anything that they got from the FBI from the raids against her to convict her in the trial, right? So I went and I looked and I said, I wonder if they released any of the flight logs during the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. They had to have. That had to be in discovery, right? So I went through and I looked, and then I skimmed through and I saw all the times that Trump was allegedly on this airplane, right? Now, the only times Trump was on this plane was between the years of 1993 and 1997. His last log flight was in 1997. So how could Epstein have introduced Donald Trump to Melania in 1998 when they met and had a relationship on their airplane and stuff like that when the last time the guy was on his plane was in 1997?
Yeah, I mean the timeline doesn't match up.
Yeah,
Doesn't match up.
at the time I heard that, I used that app that you told me about to search it,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
and it basically said like there's no information supporting that.
So that's all coming from the guy Mike Wolf. Is that where that's coming from?
Yes. It was an interview. It was an interview. All right, thank you, brother. I got you. Thank you. It was an interview that Mike Wolf did shortly before Epstein got indicted, and went to federal prison before he, took himself out, basically. And if you listen to the conversation they have, this is where he's talking about it, and he also brings up the a property. Supposedly there was a property back in 2003, I believe, right? It was in the Palm Beach area, somewhere down in Florida, but by the Mar-a-Lago and stuff like that. It was some type of like architectural like castle or something from like some French whatever owned it. It was like a really unique property. It was going for like I think around like $35-40 million, something like that. Supposedly Epstein was interested in purchasing the property for himself, right? And I guess he had reached out to Trump to ask him what he thought about the property and if he thought it was a good investment. And allegedly, this is according to Epstein, Trump went behind his back and reached out to some Russian oligarch who he claims Trump didn't actually have the money in order to buy that property himself. So he committed a money laundering scheme with a Russian oligarch who he then sold the property to 2 years later for around 90-something million dollars and made about $45-50 million off of the deal. And he's trying to claim or insinuate that this was all a money laundering scheme because he was pissed off that Trump bought the property out from under his nose, right? So we see their relationship falls off and tatters off around the year 2003, 2004. Now, in these same interviews, when Epstein is talking to Mike Wolf, because Mike Wolf didn't just speak to him that one time. He has other recordings, and he's written multiple books on. He hates Trump. He's written multiple books on him and all sorts of stuff for the last 25-30 years now, right? So we know what his motivations are and what his issues are with this guy. But he has a conversation in there and says he has it on recording where Epstein is telling him back in 2004 that he had found out from somebody else that Trump actually went to the FBI and reported him for his relationships and this lewd conduct he was having with minors down at his properties and down by the island. And he knew this because he had to kick him out of Mar-a-Lago because him and Ghislaine Maxwell were in there, were trying to recruit all the young girls that worked there to go hang out with him and do whatever the hell he was doing, right? So people were saying that that's not true. Well, a couple of days ago, Mike Wolf just went and did an interview on a channel. It was one of these news channels with a journalist and was talking all about it. And he was saying, yeah, Epstein told me that Trump's the one that reported him to the FBI back in 2004. So now, if somebody has dirt on you, right, and you were involved in some of this conduct or whatever with these minor girls and any of this stuff, why would you go to the FBI and tell on this guy if you're associated with him and you were involved in this? Couldn't you just turn around and tell on you right back? Why would you open up that can of worms?
Yeah. Gunsmoke, you're very quiet.
Yeah, it's a fucking bullshit story.
I'm listening.
Come on, bro.
What? Fucking listen,
You're
man.
passionate about this. Come on.
Fucking Epstein, Trump wants the Epstein shit out there. He told the Republicans, put it up to a vote already and put this shit to bed. Enough already with this Epstein shit. All right? He's not worried about him being on there. They all want him to be on there. All right? They think he's on there. It's not him you got to worry about. It's all the other rich CEOs of the tech companies and all this other corporate shit that's on that fucking list. He was involved with all the rich, powerful fucks in this country that make the economy move. And, yeah. That
I only know what I hear on Pierce Morgan. That's what I usually watch.
Well,
that's why it didn't come out yet, because people called up the fucking government and said, you better not release that shit, Because whether they're on it or not, well, if they're on it, even if they were involved with him and not with bad, nefarious shit that he was involved with, just them being on that fucking list could hurt their business,
Of course.
hurt their fucking bottom line.
Well, you know how
That
many
could fuck up the economy.
Exactly. You know how many powerful people are on that fucking list, dude? Come on now.
Bill Gates, for one. All right. I read a list the other night of all these fucks that went to the Epstein Island. All
Mhm.
celebrities, a
Well-
lot of people on CNN too. Anderson Cooper, all these shitheads.
Yeah,
Well, they
well,
had-
not only that, but I believe it came out during Gates' divorce that part of the reason why his wife divorced him was over the fact that he was so close with Epstein and was going down to that island with him.
I think that was a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
I
that
heard
came
something
out, that
about
was
that.
it.
And
Yeah.
here's another thing. The Mike Wolf guy, that fucking miscreant there, the author and journalist hack that hates Trump, that's in all these conversations with Epstein. When you listen to when you read the transcripts of their communication back and forth with one another, Mike Wolf is trying to help a convicted, child predator, basically, a guy that's already been convicted for soliciting the prostitution of a minor,
Sick.
giving him tips on how to frame his story out with the media or put stuff out there to try to slam other people to scare
Get
them away
Trump.
from getting him indicted, specifically Trump to be exact. And he wrote a book called, you can look it up, the book was called Siege, right? It was done, I think the book came out a month or 2 months before Epstein got indicted. And when Epstein heard about the book, I guess there had been rumblings that he was worried about getting picked up or whatever, because I guess he got tipped off that there was an investigation going on. And at the time that the book came out, Epstein was overseas on vacation, and upon him landing in the U.S. after talking to Wolf, he had told him that he had been worried that Donald Trump and a couple other people had been giving the FBI information about him and his conduct with these girls down at that island, right? So now what would make somebody think that Trump was involved in any of this stuff in there if he's pretty much Epstein's out of Epstein's own mouth, the main culprit for why he even got investigated in the first place?
Because they want him to be on that fucking. They want him
Was
to be
that
involved.
was that guy Wolf ever on the island?
Oh no, I don't know. I
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can
You'd
bring
have
up
to
the
look that
list.
up.
I got the list somewhere. Hold on, motherfucker.
Yeah. Why do you think? So they're finding all of these names in some type of black book, a ledger, or something, a
Well,
flight log.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm confused about. They keep saying that there's a supposed Epstein list. I don't know if there's a separate list of people, because you have to remember the guy was a financial guy that dealt with people and businesses all over the world, right? So what is the difference between this alleged list, the people on the flight logs, or people that were involved in some nefarious
I
activity?
think he had a black book or something.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he had a black book of close contacts and shit that they want.
Yeah, so but that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't know.
I equate it to something like this. I don't have anybody in my family, thank God, that's ever been convicted of any disgusting, sex crimes or no shit like that, like some other people that are on here. But you're gonna tell me right now that, let's say I have a cousin that I hang out with on a regular basis, right? And you could show 1,000 pictures of us hanging out. We talk to each other on the phone. We got pictures together on social media. I'm with him all the time. He's with me all the time. And I find out that the guy was going out and doing stuff with kids or whatever, and he gets arrested. He goes to a trial and gets convicted of it. And then people turn around and they go, "Well, you were fucking hanging out with him all the time. You got pictures with the guy right now. What were you up to?" It's like that guilt by association. You can't tell me that just because you know somebody and you hang out with them means that you were involved in illegal activities that they were involved in. I mean, if that was true, we'd be convicted for every single thing everybody we know in the world does that we're associated with. That's not how reality works. You understand?
No, and
It's like you're a member of a church and you go to all these church functions and you do volunteering and you do all this work with the priest that works there, and then you find out the guy was a diddler his whole life. Does that mean that you were involved with it, that you knew about it, that you co-signed it? Of course not. That'd be ludicrous. But that's basically what these people are doing right now, is guilt by association.
And they're all assuming that if you're on that list, that means you
That
were
means you're
involved
dirty.
in something. Yeah, right.
Could have been Mr. Rogers. They would have been. If his name's on that list, he's fucked.
I mean, listen, I think Trump is a great guy. I'm not going to say I think
No.
that, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions and say he did this and that, because I don't want that. He's a fucking president. I don't want to think that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not only that, who would want to believe that, you know, that being true is that there was actually victims? Because if you believe that
right.
the guy was guilty of something, means that, you know, there's a bunch of, you know, innocent victims that were involved too. So if you're praying for that, then that, you know, you got to be pretty sick, in my opinion.
Yep.
Listen, neither side is ever gonna do what exactly what you want them to do. You know, you can't vote based upon, like, you know, whether you like the personality of someone. You have to vote based on what that person is going to do for your country and how are you going to benefit from it. You know, like, I could care less about Trump. I don't think he's a good guy or anything, but he's good for the country right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, listen, you know, I obviously I don't agree with a lot of stuff the guy says. I don't agree with everything the guy does. But at the end of the day, regardless, he is the president. Just like when Joe Biden was our president, you know, I didn't personally like the guy. I didn't care for him. I didn't think that he deserved to be in that spot. But I still supported him because he was our president. But you know, these other people just, you know, they're just fucking ridiculous. I mean, you can't even talk to them. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they just
It's
shoot
there's a
right.
big division. The division is crazy. That's why I don't even bother talking politics with most people because the division is too much. You
People
know.
have become radicalized.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an independent.
On both sides too. To be fair,
100%.
Yeah.
both sides got radicals.
It's crazy. It's far left and
I blame
far right
Hollywood.
a lot of times.
I blame Hollywood and then the introduction of social media that did it.
Yeah, social media definitely, and the scary thing is this new AI stuff. I guarantee you right now, if you go on Google, you'll find pictures of Trump blowing Bill and you know, with his hands around a bunch of young girls and stuff like that. I'm sure those pictures have already been made and put out there. And then it's like some of these AI things are so good that I've seen on here, you can't even tell the difference in not whether or not they're real. So are they gonna try doing some stuff like that too? I mean, you know how easy it is to make up a photo and stuff like that.
Oh
I mean, that's
yeah.
nothing.
I think they're starting to crack down on these like creating AI with celebrities and shit. I've been
Yeah,
You can
trying to
get in
do it
trouble.
lately and it hasn't been working.
Right, because they're gonna try to take those AI images and make like celebrity pornos, and that's illegal. You know
Well,
what I'm
they
saying?
already
You can't
stopped
do that
that.
shit.
well,
They already
yeah,
cracked down on that.
yeah, they passed federal law on that, but they really need to put down like some serious like penalties for people that are doing any type of AI and doing
Right.
stuff like that because
Yeah.
that's going to cause a lot of people not just, you know, personally with like stuff like that, like, you know, revenge porn or like, you know, fake nudes or stuff like that, but I'm talking about like criminal and civil cases where people could
Hmm.
be, you know, found guilty of 20, 30, 40 years or, you know, or lose, you know, millions of dollars because, you know, they allegedly did something to somebody and they used AI to make fake, you know, images or
Yeah.
videos, whatever. I mean, that's scary, man.
And all these scumbags on YouTube that are using AI to show
Oh
fucking
God. Yeah.
all
That's
kinds of fucking nasty shit.
Right. They take a picture of your family and then they put people
yeah,
in there doing stuff to them. I mean, if you even have the thought of doing that, you're a fucking disgusting human being. And it just shows that's what's in your mind all the time. If you think you're going to take a picture of someone's family and then make them say perverted, disgusting things or have somebody in there, that means that's in your mind all the time. You're just showing us the kind of person that you are. You know what I mean? It's
Demented people on here.
right. Right. The people think it's funny, but that's the only content that you're doing with a picture or whatever, making people say disgusting things. That just shows us that's who you are. You know what I mean? That's in your mind all the time. You know.
yeah, and
So
that's the thing, you know, like Gunsmoke makes his, you know, videos, but he does funny stuff. He's not doing no
right,
degenerate stuff. You know what I mean?
right,
That's
right.
I have no problem with anybody doing anything like that. I think it's funny. If you come up with something funny, I'll laugh. You know what I mean? But it's they don't have none of that in them. They want to go just to some degenerate shit or some disgusting stuff because that's what's on their minds because they're a bunch of lowlifes.
Right. Back in the day, people used to make videos and like they put my face on something, Gunsmoke's face on something, and have us doing like silly dances and shit like that. To me, that's funny. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. But when you're gonna
Yep,
take it to another level, and you're doing shit like a 13-year-old would do. I mean, come on, man. No class
exactly.
at all. Zero class. Zero couth. You
No,
know.
they're animals. They're animals. That's it. You know.
Yep.
I saw a cartoon or something. Suge was playing it the other night. Smoke, is that new? Because I don't remember seeing that before. You had me dying laughing, bro.
What cartoon?
Oh, you're talking about the Edwin thing? You will die.
No,
No,
well,
the
no,
leak
no,
code.
that was classic too. But this one
Yeah.
was you were going between Silo, Mickey, Diet Paps, and Proctor, and you were
Oh,
talking.
that's old.
Oh, that's
That's
old. You never
that's
saw
the
that shit?
Patreon family video.
We're
That's
gonna
like
cook,
Yeah.
2
we're gonna
years
cook the
ago.
books. We're gonna cook the books, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
That was that's
That's
But
when
fucking
she
old.
first came out with that Patreon shit. She's like, "We're going to Patreon."
Oh, the funniest shit you said, bro. You had me in stitches. You were talking like you were Silo, and you were talking about how you're the reason Mike Tyson got that lisp. You said fucking Gunsmoke said Gunsmoke. I'm the reason Mike Tyson talks like that. I gave him that lisp in the Catskills, and then you said Gunsmoke said I gave him CTE too, but we're not gonna find out until he's dead.
Damn.
Bro, I was
Hold on. I got
bro,
a
I was
message from
fucking
him right
dying.
here. I got to check my phone. I got a message from him right here. Let me look at my phone.
I'll show you.
Let me pull this up real quick. Give me a second here. I just got
Because
the
I'm that
text.
kind of guy.
Yeah, that guy always just gets a text. He always just gets a message. Somebody always just sent him a fucking clip.
I'll show you in 2 weeks.
Huh?
Everyone used to say, "I'll show you Zola in 2 weeks."
Yeah.
Any text
Oh, yeah.
message you had.
I got 3 different lawyers working on this, right? You had to get 3 lawyers to draw up a fucking contract you wrote in crayon, you jerk off. That was the
Yeah.
most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking seen in my life.
And you know what's funny is you know his excuse and the excuse that Mickey always says to defend him was that he came on, you know, playing a character because he didn't want people to know who he really was on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, you can come on YouTube, use a different name, but you don't have to fucking say you knocked out Kimbo Slice, Mike Tyson. Your name is Vinny Maladone. You fought this guy, you fought that guy. You know, that's a little bit much.
No, twice.
I
They don't
mean,
know the difference between sparring and fighting.
listen, YouTube, obviously, from what we've seen, it's a hub for people that are just pathological liars, man.
I hate
It's
that
just a
word, hub.
hub
Yeah.
for that. Okay, you don't like that word?
I don't like
It's
that hub.
all right. Well, whatever. It's a
It's a
fucking safe
platform.
haven.
It's a
It's a
platform.
haven for fucking
Yeah.
pathological liars. They come on here. They obviously either have like it's a mental illness, but it has to do with your self esteem, your lack of confidence. So let me just
Yeah,
tell people I'm a bunch of other things because if I tell them who I really am and let them
Yeah.
know who I really am, they're gonna think I'm boring and not be interested in me. So let me just make up a bunch of fucking crazy shit, and that's what they do, until they get caught.
in, insecurity.
Yeah, 100%. Fragile fucking egos and insecurities, man.
Well, you do that. You basically do that. You got a degree in psychology, Pete, or no?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, okay. So what do now? I was looking up some of the stuff before, trying to figure out some of the stuff, like what's exactly wrong with these people, right? I think it's a lot of people with like borderline personality disorder. Is that
Yeah.
what do you think about that?
Well, borderline personality disorder, that's I wouldn't really use that because in order to be
Oh no.
diagnosed with that, you have to meet like I think it's 5 out of 8 criterias, and a lot of them are self-harming behaviors and things like that. But it's definitely a personality disorder. Personality disorders they uh they come from trauma in your childhood. So usually that's like embedded in who someone is, and the only way they get better is if they have self awareness and they go to therapy. There's no medication for that shit. So I'd say more like narcissism. That's a
There's
personality
no
disorder.
medication.
There's no medication for a personality disorder. No, you have to go to specific types of therapy, and you have to have a lot of insight and self awareness into who you are. Um,
Oh, sure.
there's like people who have personality disorders. A lot of times will have like anxiety and depression,
Right.
so they could take medication for that. But the actual personality disorder, like borderline, it's a lot of women have that. It's more or less, and those are the women that will cut themselves a lot of the times, or any kind of self-injurious behaviors like substance abuse and a lot
Oh,
of sexual partners and things like that. But and they're also very black and white. They love you or they hate you. You're with them or you're against them. So when you're with them, they love you. But if they feel like you're against them, they turn on you and they fucking hate you. Um,
right.
so I'd say to me it's more narcissism. But the lying thing, yeah, that's like people like we don't even have to name names, but some people they just hate themselves. I think so they come on here and just make up lies. But I think they've been doing that their whole life. Like like when you're little and you have that kid in your neighborhood who tells you that they got a helicopter in their backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
There's a
never
lot of
grew,
people on here that do that.
right. They never grow out of it and just never grow out of it.
Yeah. Or their dad's an astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that
Hey,
kind of
hey,
shit.
the part you said with the women having too much sex, does that also apply for men?
A lot of sex partners. No, men, we can have as much as we want. Come on, there's nothing wrong with us.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to cut down.
No, but I that it all kind of plays into
Danny
it's
G,
almost
thank
like a
you.
self-injurious type of thing, or self-medicating type of behaviors, and that kind of plays into it because they're looking for acceptance, and they end up, you know,
Yeah.
being with a lot of people. But that doesn't mean that a woman does that, they have an issue either. I'm not trying to say that. That's just one of the criteria for borderline personality. Um, so a lot of anger issues that play into that too. But these people, like I said, I think they're definitely some type of sociopaths. Some of them and narcissists for sure. I think so. But everybody
That
can
makes
chat
sense, though.
GPT it.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy, man. I never, I blame the vid for all this stuff. You know what I mean? That's where it all started. I feel like, at least
uh,
in this community, anyways. Everybody was at home. People started going on the computers, and then it just seemed like,
right,
you
right.
know, people weren't really going out. They were congregating here, and then you get a bunch of
hmm
degenerates involved, and it just gets out of hand, man.
Well, if they think about it, before that, there was people that were like in the gaming communities, and they go into those weird games, and they're like somebody else, and that type of shit. You know what I mean? It does. I think it is when people are bored. What do they say? Idle hands is the fucking devil's playground.
Yeah,
They're fucking
Yeah.
that's a fact.
100%. And you're right. During COVID, that's the first time I ever came onto a fucking YouTube show and was in a live chat. I never knew how to do that before. But some people on here have been doing this shit for fucking 20 years, man.
Yeah, that's
Just think
crazy.
about it,
Yeah, this
right?
is the first time I did too. What about you guys? You guys ever did you do anything before smoke or no?
What? Before
I
what?
mean, I was a part of the Tupac community, but they rarely did live shows, But
Right.
it wasn't like a thing, until this fucking shit started. Even when I first got into this, I really didn't understand the chat aspect. I was just recording the shows and shit and like putting them together. I wasn't even focused on the chat. And then I discovered like, oh shit, there's a fucking chat button here, and I don't know.
Yeah. I think the first time I ever like was on a live or typed in a chat was the NBA and the Button Man show. I think I was just watching it and people were in the chat, but there was a lot of people like trolls talking shit, and I never saw anything like that before. I was like, holy shit,
I think
wow.
it was Lee Cole that was like the first one.
Oh, Lee, Lee Cole, yeah,
Might have been.
that was he was a fun one to fuck with because he would read everything. He
Oh
would
yeah.
read all the fucking things and put them up.
I
It's
still
funny.
think the funniest thing ever was when Diversity used to troll him with the like the 99-cent super stickers and stanks or
Yeah,
whatever, and he put like the long Italian names, because Paps would try to
right.
read the name and he knew he couldn't, and
Yeah,
he'd try to say it like 10 times and kept fucking it up, and then he'd finally be like, "You know who you are, dude. Forget about it, Mr. G," or some shit like that. That
yeah,
was
that
fucking
that
great.
was
I used
that.
to die laughing.
That was those are funny times, man. But that was before when, doxing somebody was a really big deal. And forget about putting someone's kids' names up or pictures, like kids'
I didn't
pictures.
even know
Nobody
people
even
did
thought
that.
about it. Me neither. Me
I had
neither.
no
But
idea. I never even heard of those, like the terms and everything, and like putting
Yeah.
people's info, trying to find out who people were. Like
yeah,
I didn't know
dox.
anything about that, man.
I didn't know what dox was until I came on here. I had no idea what that fucking word was either.
Yeah, I never
So,
heard it before.
I was I
But
was under here. I was under here from day one with my real name in the chats.
Yeah, I heard
For like the
about that.
first, for like the first, like I don't know. Well, you know what, you know what was happening is that I first saw Diet Pap shows or whatnot, and I would comment in there because he'd be talking about mob stuff and like everything he was saying was wrong, and I'd be in the chat correcting him, telling him like, bro, that's not right, that's not what happened, this and that. So he kept blocking me, and then he'd unblock me, and I'd come back, and then he just permanently blocked me because I after about a month of watching this shit, I didn't like the guy, and I had to change my name because he kept blocking me, so I couldn't comment. So I had to make a new one. That's how the whole thing started. That's why I put it to common sense because he'd say shit that just didn't make any sense. So I was being funny without, it was like towards him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and the reason I come on with my name now is not because I think I have a cool name or but it's because I feel like when you hide your name sometimes, like everybody already knows my name anyway. I feel like you give some of these people power, like you're showing them that you're afraid for them to find out who you are, and I don't give a fuck about them. Like,
Fuck that. I've been Gunsmoke the Don since 1999,
yeah, we
motherfucker.
know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
But the
No, that's
thing is,
you're talking about like in the chat, not the
it,
show.
right, and if you come on with your real name, when this all started, because you didn't realize how scummy these people are, and
Right.
what could actually happen, because you're just like, whatever, what, they're gonna know my name, they're gonna fucking crank call my house,
I
you
had
know.
no idea about none of that shit, man.
But at the end of the day, really,
Motherfuckers.
what are these fucking people gonna do if they know your name? They're gonna call your family members or some stupid shit like that. Like, who gives a fuck? Really, fuck them. Let them know your name. Let them
Scum.
waste their time fucking making phone calls and shit. That happened to me when my name first came out, my phone number and all that. But I just
Yeah.
laughed at it. That's all. You just laugh. You don't feed the trolls, and that's what they are. They're trolls. Even the people that have shows and put their face up, they do all that fucking corny gay shit. They're fucking trolls. That's
That's
all.
it.
Yeah, well, didn't like that NB started, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
MRE, and that's what made people interested in looking up like MRE and shit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We knew. I
NB.
knew
Yeah.
I knew he was behind that original channel that was trolling on this dude. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just couldn't prove it at the time. That's how the whole thing started. I knew he was behind it, but it was just I didn't have proof, so I couldn't really say anything. But
Was
then
he though?
eventually it
You-
came out. It was just that was just a matter of time, basically. I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
but
much all
you
it's a
you
matter of
think
time.
you think MRE was behind MB doing that shit? I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
I always thought that she was just a troll and
They
kind of
were
did what
they
she
were
wanted.
No,
working together
because
for years.
I'll tell you how I know this because they were together in another community, not just one. They were in two different communities together. And I remember, if you guys remember going back, before anybody knew who any of these people were, MRE had been doing a show one night, and he was saying that, oh, I actually think I know who that channel is because they do certain stuff for like videos and clips that I've seen before, the same type of artwork, that weird ass shit. And he was basically saying like, "Oh, I know who this person is because it looks familiar, like the pictures of shit and the trolling stuff that they would do, the images they would make."
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically admitting, like, without admitting it, that he knows who these people are, and then you find out later that not only do they know each other from being here, but she admitted that he brought her over here when they got outed on what's that lady show that wrote the books there? I forget her name. She ain't been around no more. The fake doctor, the other lady, she claimed she was a doctor, the English lady.
Oh,
Josie.
Josie.
right.
Yes. If you remember on a show one night, she was on there admitting it, that he brought her into the community, that he was directing her what to do, and that if you remember that night, Mickey was on the show with Josie, and when she was on there, and she told Mickey that she doesn't like her, and that she told MRE that she was going to start going after her, but MRE asked her not to, and that's the only reason she hasn't. But if she kept saying or doing certain stuff, that she was about to start going at her too. So not only did he say he knew her, but she admitted that he was directing her on who to go after and who to attack.
See, I never heard any of that shit. I never paid attention to Josie. I always figured everything she said was
Oh, this
bullshit.
stuff. That I never watched the show, but it will pop up on these people who put clip channels up or playing and stuff on the shows. You know what I mean? So I remember seeing, hearing, and catching all that stuff.
I mean, Josie put us in her book. I think she fucking put me in her book, and Gunsmoke, and you too, Common. She called you. She called me. So I forget what she called me. She had some kind of mustache creep or something, and she called you Common since.
Yeah. I got both them copies framed. They're on my wall right now. Fucking framed.
Common shit,
Times,
mustache
they've been
creep.
fucking
I
New York
fucking
Times
love it.
bestsellers for like 6 months straight.
Mustache creep.
That's
Oh my god.
Are you
funny
serious?
as
That's
fuck.
what it was. That's what she
It-
called you.
I think so, man. I
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
hilarious, though.
Mustache
I wish
creep.
I wish
That's
I
so
made that up. See, that's shit. I laugh at that too. To me, that's funny though. Like, you can't come on
Yeah,
here
that's
and
harmless.
like have that bother you. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't even care what these people say because they don't know me. You know, they don't know any of us really in our personal lives. You know, let them say what the fuck they're gonna say. Especially these guys now. They just talk shit. I'm gonna put your baby mama out there. Okay, go ahead. I got 2 of them, and I was married to both of them. Or my ex-wives, actually, not my fucking baby mamas. But go ahead, call them. See what they say about me.
Well, that's they think that that's supposed to bother people because a lot of the time these people are embarrassed when people see who they're with.
Right, right. Oh yeah,
It's like
right,
you,
right.
I'm
Right.
not worried about that. You know,
No, no, no.
I don't have to be like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I used to be with that pig right there. Oh my god, fuck, no, I don't do. You know what I mean? I seen a mugshot of one that looked like a straight bass head fiend.
At the same time, what would you care? They're your fucking ex anyway. I mean, who gives a fuck? But do what you want to do. Give them a call. See what they say. You know, but that's like stupid shit. That's why you can't care about that, or else you give them power.
Hey, I just figured out how to put comments on the screen. Look at that. I'm learning things. Nice.
Jesus.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Well,
I'll get better. I just need a couple streams to warm up. Then we'll be good. We'll be cooked.
you,
No more issues like I had to
you got to
start.
get one of those big fucking microphones like Paps used to have. Remember that fucking microphone he used to have? Look like a fucking dildo over his head. With those
Yeah,
white headphones.
I was gonna say I'm thinking about getting a pair of them white headphones. What do you think?
Yeah, you get those fucking white
Remember them
headphones.
shits?
You got to get the microphones though. I mean, some of these guys have really nice microphones, and it does make a difference for sure.
No, yeah, I gotta grab those.
But not right. I mean, now you do it after a while. Obviously, you
Yeah,
build it
yeah,
up.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, just wet your finger and stick it up your ass. You'll get better reception.
Hey, Gunsmoke,
Yeah,
you want to
anyway.
try and let me know if that works or not, or what?
He's trying it right now. That's why he's
You
not talking.
motherfucker.
Vroom vroom, motherfuckers.
Vroom vroom. Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys. Oh my god.
What a character that guy turned out to be, huh?
Yeah,
Never
right.
saw somebody so excited to be on a panel with those people. Man,
Yeah, that guy's the super simp right there. He's unbelievable. Did you guys? I didn't get to catch it. Did you? Apparently, Eric did a show earlier on the Malibu's Most Wanted over there,
yeah, I heard.
and I went to go look at it, and he fucking took the thing down, man.
Did he? Oh, I
I
heard
don't know
some
if
of
they
it.
struck him or if they took it down. I'm not sure. I gotta
I
ask.
heard. I don't know. I don't even know why people are talking. I didn't even know that guy was still around or why people were
Who are
talking
we
about
talking
him.
about?
Marky Mark.
Oh,
Yeah, people were saying
Yeah.
something about
Well,
it.
he's one of Mickey's new right hand mans over there now.
Yeah,
He's on all the shows, yucking it up.
well, yeah, he got like accepted back into the loop with Mickey and Silo, and they
Facts.
whatever, they were fucking making him feel welcome, and now I guess he's got his voice back. He's like fucking in all the scumbag chats, fucking talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I
And he
mean,
used to be over here trashing all of them. That's what I find funny.
Yeah, and
yeah.
they used to be over there trashing him because he was over here.
Yeah, they did.
I
Mhm.
mean, anytime any of these people that when they get into a fight with somebody, they go over into the enemy's chat and start talking shit. Like, you really got to be a fucking
is lame.
sad motherfucker, yeah, to do that shit, man. I don't care who I ever fell out with. That's so corny, man. That's zero integrity when you do shit like that.
That's right.
Yeah, none whatsoever. I was talking earlier to Howie about that. I said, every time like clockwork, these people when they have a falling out with somebody, they got to go run over and like group up with their enemies and get numbers and shit. They got no integrity, no principles, no morals, nothing. I said, you'll never see me yucking it up with somebody that crossed the line with me and did some fucked up shit. If you kept it with me and it was just, talking shit about each other, whatever, making fun of each other, like that's fine, whatever. But these people have crossed the line and they go back over there kissing ass and shit like that. Like I got zero respect for that. They're just straight weak.
Well,
Just
and that's when you know
Yeah.
that these people, like, this is their only social life, so they lose their friends, and they have to go and be friends with people that did shit to them. So that's how fucking
Mhm.
pathetic it is for them. You know what I mean? Like, go get some
Yeah.
real friends, bro. You know, go do something. Go out and fucking meet people. I don't know. Something you can do.
Well,
Join a club.
you nailed it, man. That's what it is. It's social. It's people's social life. And I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with it if you come on here, you want to talk to people, meet people,
No,
whatever. But
no.
it's the vested interest that these people have, where it's like they get, you know what I mean?
Well, but here's
Yeah.
the thing. That tells you why they don't have friends in real life, because they probably do the same shit. A
To
lot of
them,
these people are
yeah,
pathological fucking bridge burners.
yeah,
They just burn all the bridges in their life, and then they come on here. They do the same. The shit they do on here is the same shit they do in real life. That's why they're fucking lonely with their family and their friends. That's what happens, bro. People who can't keep a friend for a while, that tells you something about who they are. They probably do that shit in real life. You know.
yeah. Spot on
Yeah.
for
Fucking
sure.
manipulative fucking people.
What? Hey, Smoke. I got a question. Do you go when you do your lives? Are you on a computer or are you mostly doing from your phone, Smoke?
Computer. Phone is last resort. Unless I'm driving around or my fucking computer's fucked up, then
Uh,
I'll use the phone. But I prefer, or if I'm outside, I'll use the phone, of course. But
do you?
uh,
So do you have external speakers or do you run it off the computer and have an external mic, or is everything you use built
I'm
into
using
it?
headphones with the mic in it.
Oh,
I
you
got the
are.
professional microphone,
Yeah.
but I don't
Oh,
use
okay.
it.
I got you.
I mean, if you're not showing it off, sometimes I get why people don't use it, because it's kind of like, it's a set part of your setup, But if you're not,
It's just for looks, that stupid
right,
microphone. I have it. It's great. I got it as a gift. So thank God, thank you
Oh,
to
you
the
did?
person who sent it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. What? One of
So
those like Rode things, or whatever?
yeah, I think it's called Shure or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Professional,
I'll have
professional
to look
mic.
into them and try to pick one of those up.
oh, my fucking kid has a beautiful setup, and he doesn't do any of that. He just plays games and talks to his friends and shit. But some of these
You
setups,
know,
man.
you know what? I bet you can buy a fucking used one for like a fucking third of the fucking price,
Sure.
just in case you don't continue doing this. Just start off with that.
Yeah.
Right. Or you
Yeah.
can get a fucking content creator who just wants to be friends with you really bad, and have them send you one.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to find somebody. I was like, maybe I can befriend what's his face over there, the Mongol.
Honolulu.
Honolulu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't sent me a mic and some headphones. I'll get some of each. Fuck it.
Here you go,
Right.
kid. This fell off a
Yeah.
truck.
That's not that's never happening, by the way.
He'll try to tell you it fell off a truck. Some guy gave it to him and said, "Yo,
Maybe it did.
hold on to this for me, all right?" And
I got it. I got a guy
You
that's
don't
got
know.
100 of these things.
right. I know a guy.
I know the owner.
For real,
Unbelievable.
I guarantee you. Like, you guys watch The Sopranos. Like in The Sopranos, when Tony Soprano goes to the neighbor and to fuck with him, and he gives him like a little like a package, and he says, "Hold on to this for me, all right?" Like that kind
Oh,
of
yeah, he
fucking
fucks
shit,
him.
just to
Yeah, it
fuck
was
with the
all.
guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
yeah,
wrapped in a string and
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
That's what these people. That's like their fucking dream. You know what I mean? For them
yeah.
to have somebody do that. Hold on to this. Don't maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. I'll come get it. Don't open it.
That's funny. That's the truth, though.
Cusimano.
It is.
Spot on with that. Not to double back though, but I am interested to find out what happens. I want them to get this crap over with this fucking Epstein shit, man. I'm like, that's all that pops up in my feed, man. Literally, every other video is that.
Well, the thing is, the more I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the more time that we're waiting, I feel like someone's gonna fuck with those files and delete things and all that shit. Like, people are buying time almost. I don't know. Could be wrong, but
This is what I feel. I feel if they do put it out there, they find out that Trump isn't on there, they're still not
Yeah,
going to believe it.
of course, no, they're
yeah,
not.
no, they're gonna say yeah, they're gonna say that he made them redact his name from any of this
Right.
stuff, and it's a big cover up. Like,
Right.
there's honestly no winning, and I could see why they wouldn't want to do it, because no matter what you do, they're still gonna find something to blame the guy for.
Right, but and then you're gonna have other people. If he is in there, they're gonna have other people that are gonna be the apologists for him too, and be like, "Well, he only did this," you know.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna nitpick everything. They're gonna act, make big deals out of nothing. They're gonna make shit up where there ain't shit.
Well, that's what they're doing
It's
now.
gonna
I
be a
mean,
big mess.
what about? Did you hear this new crazy one that is supposedly that he was blowing Bill or something like that? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Man.
Bubba or some shit.
Who the hell? You really believe that that's
Sweet
true?
Dick Willie.
I mean, seriously, come on.
That's
I
why I
mean,
watched Pierce Morgan. Go ahead. Sorry, Howie.
there's people fucking running around saying that Trump is actually a rapist.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see. I never make accusations like that unless I know that shit for sure. Like you can't say that shit, man.
Well, and you look at, I forget, there was like, what was that? There was like 2 or 3 people's names or whatever that just popped up mysteriously, like right during the election in like 2016. That supposedly, something happened to them 20, 30 years ago or whatever. And then when they got pressed for it and they wanted to get called in for depositions, recanted and pulled back their lawsuits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You would have thought that if Trump's really guilty of all of that shit, you would have thought they would have exposed it when they were in power right before the election.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he would have never been able to run.
Right.
Why wouldn't they do that? That's the part that I don't understand, is that for 4 years under Biden, when he had control over the FBI and the DOJ, why weren't they pressing those issues for that stuff to come out all then when they could have got all of that done? That's
Well,
what I
they knew they didn't have any real proof of it, and there would just be slander, and they'd get fucking sued. That's why they didn't, talk that shit, because there's no real proof of it, right? So
no, I don't
Well,
believe
they don't
so.
need proof. They convicted him in a civil trial of raping that woman.
Yeah, just
55
based
million
solely
or
on
some
her
shit
testimony.
Oh,
Solely
really?
on testimony, yeah.
from 30, 40 years ago, just on her word.
And that
New York City jury.
and that didn't just happen to him. I mean, they've done that to people like Bill Cosby and a whole bunch of other people. You know what I mean? So this isn't anything new. But I just find the timing of the whole thing very, peculiar. That nobody said anything up until the point when he decided to run for office. All these other people that allegedly, made these claims or did whatever. There was other people that were at these places that said that I was there. Nothing like that even happened.
Yeah.
And then, one of them was making comments like, "Oh, well, what do you think about the fact that Trump told Epstein that, they both love women, but that Epstein likes him on the younger side?" Well, I'm sorry, but in the 1990s, the guy's what, 80 years old right now. So you were on the clock 30 years. The guy was in his 50s, basically. Let's say he was in his 50s, early 50s, right? In the early 90s, mid 50s, in the mid to late 90s, right? If you say somebody's on the younger side, that could be 25. Like if you're 55 dating a 25, I think you're a creep too. You know what I mean?
55 and 25. Fuck that. I don't think you're a creep.
No. Once you're 25, you can fuck anybody you want.
Listen,
All right, well, 21. How about 21 then? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah.
I mean,
It goes back to the thing where, like, all right, if somebody's the age of 18, then there's nothing illegal and they didn't do anything wrong. Well, what if they turned 18 the day before? 2 days ago they were 17. You know what I mean?
yeah, those situations are sticky for sure.
Yeah. So,
but-
but what I'm saying is, it's like, okay, so if you're in your 50s, you like younger women, and they're half your age, and they're in their early 20s or whatever. That doesn't mean the guy's saying I like little girls. And then
Right.
and then meanwhile, when you read the transcript audio from the interview that Epstein's having with the Mike Wolf guy, Epstein's talking about in there about, he's claiming that Trump is a scumbag who likes to cuckold his friends' wives, and he likes to hook up with all these women. He's not in there saying he's trying to hook up with their granddaughters or their kids or anything like that. He's talking about other grown women. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that if that's what he was doing, I agree with it. I think the guy's a scumbag if that's what he was doing to his friends' wives, right? But he's not in there accusing them of doing anything nefarious with underage kids.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to think that the guy that's doing this interview, who at this time was already convicted of solicitation of prostitutes and doing stuff with minor kids, already convicted at that time, having this conversation, and we're supposed to think that he's a trustworthy source, like he wouldn't lie about a bunch of shit? I mean, really?
Yeah, well, people will believe when he says stuff like that, but if he says the opposite, then they won't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So they'll say he's not reliable. But I don't know anything about the Michael Wolf guy either. I don't know. I've heard his name, but I didn't know that's what his deal was. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I'll agree with what Miss Campy around here said, is that Trump and Melania is 50 and he's 80 or whatever. There's a 30-year difference. Yeah, and Trump was in his mid 50s, and I think Melania was like around 30 something years old at the time he met her, maybe like 35, 36, something like that, I believe.
I
So
mean, yeah. If somebody, technically, if someone's 18 or over, you can't apply that chomo to them. Is it weird? Yeah, if they're that much older, but, I don't think anyone's talking about that. They're talking about girls who are 15, 14, even
yeah.
16, 7,
And listen, if it comes out that guy was involved in any of that, I'll be the first person to say, hang the guy, get rid of him.
Right.
He's no good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't buy it, and I don't see it, and I think what they're doing right now is a big sham. Honestly, I really do. And you got to look at the credibility of the people that are involved in it, where the stuff is coming from. I mean, I can't take anything that guy Mike Wolf says when he's going back and forth with Epstein in emails, trying to help the guy out to push his own narrative in the media to spin it in his favor and to try to basically blackmail other people. He's basically telling them how to do it. And that's somebody whose word you're supposed to trust. The guy's a convicted kid diddler at that time too, and he's having conversations with him and acting like he's a good guy.
I mean, will we even ever find out how that guy really died? No. Even that whole thing is so fucking crazy.
Well, now they're saying that Trump killed him, that he put the hit out on him. I mean,
if anything, it was probably the Mossad.
Probably. Who knows? I mean, look at the people he was involved with. They got the guy Prince Andrew over there. Now that the girl that took her own life, the Virginia Giuffre girl, that's one of the original people that put Epstein out there and got a lot of these investigations started after allegedly what Trump did, turning him over to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
She went out and she gave up Prince Andrew, the literal prince. I mean, the guy was second to the throne. That's a pretty powerful person, if I'm not mistaken. Then you had the Prime Minister of Israel, whatever that guy's name was. I forget his name now. She put him out there. So why wouldn't she, when she was asked about any of these other people, protect any of them? They weren't world leaders. They weren't in positions of power at that time. Trump wasn't even running for office at the time that these allegations were made or anything got brought up or asked about him. And then they'll cut over to a deposition when Epstein's being asked about this for some civil litigation that he has, and they say, were you ever with Trump? Did he hang out with you? And he says, I want to invoke my Fifth Amendment, right? And they say, oh, look, he doesn't want to talk about it. He's guilty. It's like, no, he's just pleading his Fifth Amendment. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with his relationship with somebody else or whether the guy was or wasn't there or not. That doesn't mean anything. But they'll take that little snippet and run and be like, oh, look, he's guilty. He won't even answer the question of whether or not he's friends with this guy or hung out with him any time. Everybody knows they hung out together. There's photos of them together. I don't think it's been a big mystery. And one thing I forgot to talk about earlier related to the Melania thing is the allegation that they're claiming that Trump was on the Lolita Express with her and that Epstein introduced him. Epstein's not the person that introduced them. Trump met Melania in 1998 in New York. It was either at New York Fashion Week or at a Met Gala. It was something with like models and stuff. And a person that was running the modeling agency that was a mutual friend of Melania and Trump introduced them together in 98, right? Now, if you remember, Trump used to be a regular guest on the Howard Stern show all the time. You guys used to watch that or no?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So do you remember when Trump used to go on there with Melania in like 1999, 2000? Because you can pull the videos up on YouTube. I went and looked and double checked to see if they've ever spoken about this. And in 1999, Trump and Melania were on Howard Stern's show talking about how they met. Now, in order for you to believe that Epstein's telling the truth and Trump and Melania and the woman that introduced them is lying, is that they had this all conjured up all the way back in 1999, that just in case any of this stuff came out 20 years later, they went and told the story about how they met on the Howard Stern show as proof that that's not how they met him. Now that's what you would have to believe.
Well, on a lighter note, when I was 35, I dated a 21-year-old, and that was the first time that I ever got a hook to her. So I guess it's just, like some girls are just more mature than others, in their 20s.
Right. So if somebody, so if I told somebody, hey, you know, my buddy Howie, you know, we got the same taste in beautiful women, but he likes them on the younger side because I think the girl's 21, she was young. Does that mean that you were with little kids? I mean, come on. That's basically
No,
what these people are
no.
trying to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 35 and 21, that's not even a big. You know, I don't think that that's that big of a deal. Like, but
No,
like
it's
Nah,
55,
I think it
60, and
was.
21 is like that's crazy work.
but some people will make a big deal. Like I'm 40. When I was started dating my girlfriend, I think she was 25 and I was 40, and people made a big deal. It's like fucking adult. But it depends on the person and how mature they are. You know what I'm
What's up,
saying? It
Fish?
really does.
We got the number
Yeah.
one Chadrul in the chat tonight.
I saw you got a lot of different people in there, dude. That's awesome.
That fucking Chajul showed up.
Yeah, Fish is in the
He's a fucking
building.
celebrity, bro. He's a fucking celebrity on TikTok. I heard.
He's a TikTok star now.
Yeah, I know. Big shot now.
He's doing big things over there, I
TikTok
heard.
star.
He's got the
Yeah.
fucking glasses with the cameras or whatever they're called. I saw all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, what, like those like Ray-Ban Google Glass things?
What are they called?
Yeah, it's with like the meta glasses,
Meta
Google
Meta.
glasses. Yeah.
glasses, what do you
Yeah.
call it?
That's
Yep.
them.
Yep.
About
Yep.
like $500-$600, those things.
I got a
Maybe. Or
question.
$350 maybe.
Well, he
I
makes
got
a
a
lot of
question.
money.
Do those work? Do those work on Macs or do they only work on Android like Microsoft?
Might be
You know?
both. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
bet you can. I bet it works for both. I would think.
Probably, well, yeah, it's a new age now. Probably works for
Well,
both.
well, yeah. Well, you know how Apple is. A lot of their stuff they try to make them buy their product. I don't know if Apple has their own, streaming glasses that they, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, look
Oh,
at this shit. Carlos's girl is 32.
there you go, Carlos.
How
That's
old
because
is
he's got
Carlos?
all
He's
those
not that.
fucking cologne. He's got all those fucking colognes.
53.
He knows how to track the fucking broads with all the different smells and the pheromones and shit.
Oh, so Carlos likes him on the younger side too, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
Good for you, Carlos. Nothing's wrong with that, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, once you turn 40, you feel like 30, like your 30s was your early 20s. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
think
true.
about it.
Well,
gun smoke, bro.
Miss can't be wrong. That's the way it usually is. Usually the girls like the older men and the guys like the younger women.
True.
But when I was younger, I liked older women. So it kind of like
Really?
switched up. When I was like younger,
Well,
yeah.
I
Like how
mean, when
old
the
though? Like
guys
early
get to a
20s?
certain age,
Yeah. Well,
you
I'm
know.
saying like when I was like 16, I would like to date a girl that was older
Oh,
than me. You know what I
yeah, yeah,
mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's different.
That's
I'm talking
different.
about like when you get into your, mid to late 30s, early 40s. You start to
Right.
question yourself. Like, oh, I'm fucking getting old, and then some of the girls don't look that good anymore at
Right.
their age
Yeah.
because
No, I know.
so
I
It's
know, bro.
it's crazy,
I
man. There's some people that do not age well at all. Like they were
No.
in high school, they were like the most beautiful. Now you look at them and they're like dogs. But then there's some girls that were like the nerdy, like ugly ducking in high school, and they're like supermodels now. It's weird.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
ever seen
yeah,
that?
I
yep,
saw that a
yep.
lot with I saw pictures from the high school reunion. I didn't go. But a lot of the guys that were like the cool jock fucking asshole guys, they all got a beer belly and they're all bald. They all look like shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking great to see.
Yeah,
Fucking
right.
great.
A lot of them too.
Listen. I remember seeing this uh, kid. She was a kid. It was a girl. She was a kid, and she like came from one of those families. They're like fucking like like trash. Like the kids are always out wearing fucking dirty clothes and just you
Yeah.
know basically not taken care of and I guess poor. And this kid used to run around like a little tomboy and always with the hands dirty and the clothes a little bit dirty, and she grew up to be like fucking look like a supermodel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I think sometimes like people look better when they get older sometimes too. Like, yeah, if you don't age
Sometimes,
well, you
yeah.
don't age well. But some
That's
people, I
true.
think you grow into who you are as a person. You learn what looks good on you. You learn what hair looks good on you, all that shit.
Yeah.
And you look better. I see some women that look way better when they get older, because they came into who they were. for
Yeah.
sure. You know.
Yeah,
So
I feel like somebody like the younger women, that like older men. It's because like with the older men, they're more mature, so they don't have to deal with as much childish games.
right.
And sometimes the older men, if they have a younger girl, they appreciate them more, at that point. And it's just
More
it's
mature.
beneficial. It's beneficial for them.
Right. Well, women are more mature than men anyway, most of the time emotionally. So when you're with a lot of times older guy, like they don't play the stupid games and all that shit.
Right, right, right,
So,
right. And
right.
they're more serious, and you know, uh, they learned a lot from their mistakes, and they might, you know, be, you know, learn how to do the things that make women feel good. Like compliment them when they're wearing something nice, or treating them with respect. Not
Right.
like when you're younger, you couldn't give a shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
100%. I
What's
was.
what's going on with this watcher of Crazy and Fish? He's saying that he apparently has some nice feet. Is he doing like OnlyFans porn or something?
Oh,
We don't know about.
I think Watch Her Crazy. I've heard her on Eric's show, and I think she likes feet. I think that's why he's saying that. Her and the stand-up guy had a whole conversation about how much they like feet.
Oh
I
yeah.
love feet. Yo, I'm sorry, you got. I don't know if you guys heard stand-up guy yesterday. I was laughing so hard. I thought I sent you the clip, but I didn't. He was, he had a picture of his beautiful wife up there, and he's saying, "Look at her, look at her. If that's a fucking man, I'll suck that fucking cock all night. If that's a man, I will suck that dick." And
Oh my gosh. Yo, that guy's a trip, man. He be
he's
cracking me up.
funny, bro. He was saying that I was dying laughing because he was just saying, I know what he was saying. Like, if that's a fucking, like, obviously,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
not. But the way he was saying it, it was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. I have the clip. I gotta send it to you. It was
Yeah.
he
so
he
funny.
definitely has like that older New York sense of humor.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a fucking character, man.
Very entertaining guy, man. I mean, I like him.
Now
He's
that's where I caught the cartoon. He was playing the Smokes, and then all of a sudden, because it was like real late night, and I had like woken up, and I turned it on, and I fell back to sleep while I was listening to it. But all of a sudden, I heard him talk, and he was talking about how he likes getting choked out or something like that, like some fucking S&M shit or something. And the people were like, "Wait, you like choking them?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I like when they choke me." I'm like, "What the fuck am I listening to right now?" That was on some David Carradine Thailand shit or something.
Yeah, well, he loves Gunsmoke. He said how talented Gunsmoke is a bunch of times. He's playing Gunsmoke's thing with Edwin. You are
Oh,
gonna
that
get
was
whacked.
funny, Smoke. That was.
You are gonna
Yeah.
get
We're gonna
whacked.
die.
You are gonna get
Do you
shot.
want to die?
Do you want to die?
Yeah, yeah. You're
Tough
gonna.
guy. So you were a tough guy.
There's a girl. I think
You're
her
gonna
name
be in the
is
cemetery 6 feet.
Lacey H, and she did, I believe, Edwin's voice and Angel's voice on one of those parody things.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
don't know, for some reason, it just sounded so much funnier coming out of a female's mouth.
I bet. I bet. Yo, the Gunsmoke. When he in that one video, you had the AI of John Gotti and Edwin. Like them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was really good, bro. That looked fucking good, man.
He was
That
like
was funny.
confessing to him, like he was his priest or something, right?
It's like I don't know, they're standing in the dark and John
Yeah.
Gotti's holding a torch
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
and
that's
Edwin's
good
got the
shit.
cross.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is when Angel and MRE had their first fight, Edwin left Angel and went with MRE.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
I guess when they made up again or something, Edwin came back, and then MRE left again, but he stayed with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, the flip flopping in this community is nuts.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, like he's the best man on here. He's such a good
Yeah,
man. The guy to me, I'm sorry, he creeps me out.
I
I'm not.
think
I'm
he's a
not even gonna.
weirdo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
to me, he's
nothing
weird.
but strange.
Anybody who has to repeat something that they say and say,
I
"Let me
repeat.
repeat," yeah, Come, just freaking me out, bro. You're freaking me out.
He kept. What did he kept saying one night? This is a family channel.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
He
about?
jumped on there that night that like MRE was on Angels and Casper Rosa, I think, and they were like going back and forth, and he jumped up. I just want to say this show is to respect your father. You know, starts going off on all this fucking tangent, and he's got his fucking Easter suit on and shit. You know, it's just like he's going to church.
I think he
I
invited me over to go on the show. I might go over there.
I think the greatest parody that can ever be made is if it's done by you guys, and you guys, like Gunsmoke can do Angel's voice and Edwin, and then like Common can do like Silo's voice, and then Pete can do whoever else's voice because you're pretty good at that as well. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
It would, but we'd have to like have a little script. But somebody
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
Some other show, they did like they made fun of Angel's channel,
It
and
went off the cuff.
yeah. But
that was good.
they didn't like. Yeah, it was good, but they didn't like. Some of them didn't really sound like the person.
Yeah, not everybody did. The person that was doing Angel did really well. I don't even know who that was, but they.
That's that girl. I think her name is Lacey H. And
Oh,
then she did an Edwin a voice, and it was funny because obviously it's a female, and she's trying to make this deep voice come out of her mouth. It was funny.
kisses on the forehead to
Yeah.
everybody.
Kids is all forehead.
The fuck? What are you gonna give me? Fuck? What are you gonna give me? What? A wafer and wine too? We're gonna make fucking communion.
I wouldn't trust the wafer from him.
Yeah.
Probably poison.
Probably fucking start tripping balls. You take that shit.
He starts looking at you fucking like, are you going to die? Hurry up.
You got 3 hours. You have 3 hours left to live.
Yeah, I mean the guy gets dressed up in a suit to go on YouTube.
Yeah, that was another thing that stand-up guy
At
said.
6 a.m.
He's
He's
dressed
like,
for a funeral, bro.
yeah,
They're just gonna roll him over into the casket.
stand-up guy said he's like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. You're wearing that suit with your fucking $2 suit. It's fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, that dude is a fucking character, bro. I gotta.
This girl, they called him. She watched some of the Man of Many Blessings.
Who said that?
That's funny. A girl named Girl Ryan. She was saying that she watched the show of the guy with many blessings, and that the girl that I mentioned, Lacey, was spot on. But it's just
Where
funny.
can
Like
I
she
see
called
that?
him the.
Where can I see that show?
Is it on? Is it Watch Her Crazy show?
On that lady Leanne's channel.
Oh, Leanne.
Leanne?
Is Leanne the lady
Yeah.
that used to come over on your show, Smoke?
Yeah, she came
Leanne?
on, and that's why Gunsmoke was playing the parody.
Who was the lady, the one Southern lady that used to come on your show, and she does
Terry,
like,
Terry
oh, it's
Lynn.
a Terry Lynn. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How dare you?
I get them confused, bro. I don't know. I can't.
I haven't seen her in a while. How's she doing? She's still around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she showed up the other day. Yeah, she's doing good.
Oh, she
Yeah,
was?
yeah.
She does
Oh, okay.
shows about like missing kids, and she gets a lot of people in there, man.
She's
Makes
got
money, too.
18,000 something subscribers.
Yeah. I've seen her show
Terry
early
Lynn?
in the morning. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's getting like big donations.
Oh,
and
I didn't even
shit.
know she had a show.
Yeah, she does like something with missing children or something like that. She
Oh,
goes-
yeah?
Plus, she
Yeah.
has that southern accent, so I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess people are drawn to it.
How did she get into that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I've honestly never really
I
watched.
have no idea.
Yeah, I peeked at
I
a
didn't
show
even know
before.
she had a channel until the other night.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Have you seen? Do you know about it too, Smoke, or no?
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Know about what?
Terry Lynn show.
Terry Lynch show, the missing kid show or something.
I don't think she's doing that anymore. But
Wow.
I don't.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
not?
I don't think
But-
they found that kid.
But
They
she
never
did
found
have
him.
like 18,000 and change subscribers, right?
Yeah. No, her channel was doing great. She was getting views. She was getting a lot of people watching.
No
Yeah, and it
kidding.
wasn't a bunch
She's
of
got a
fucking
big
trolls.
following.
It wasn't all the trolls like they have on here.
No, it's a whole different community. She got a whole different type of community over there, and she got a big following. Yeah,
Yeah, you need, like for some reason, like maybe not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, like people with British uh, accents, you
Uh,
know, always like sound. I don't know. It's like it just sounds better, like when you're watching, a show, a documentary, or something.
yeah, you know what? I do agree with that. I catch some of like the history ones, like the war ones they do, and they got that
Yeah,
British, documentary, the voice, the narrator, whatever. And they
right.
always do sound really interesting when they have that certain accent for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
It sounds smarter.
Yeah, is that what
yeah.
it is? It's something,
I think
man.
so.
But I do like watching those videos when I hear that voice. I find myself watching that more than I would some other shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've only seen like a little bit of her doing her show, and I just saw a bunch of. This is a while ago, probably like last year. And I saw a bunch of super chats. I was like, oh shit.
No shit.
Well, Common, I'm gonna jump down, bro. I'm gonna be listening, but it's like past my bedtime. So,
All right, Pete.
Yeah, thanks for coming on,
good
brother. I
night,
appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
fellas. Yeah, bro. Congrats on the first show. It's gonna be really good, and I'll definitely jump on another time, guys.
that's right.
Good talking to
good
all you
talking
guys,
to you,
Howie.
buddy.
Smoke. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you guys.
All right, brother.
Talk to you guys soon. All right, later.
All right, Armand,
Later,
take
bro.
care, brother. Thanks
Ciao, ciao.
for coming, man.
Of
Appreciate
course,
you.
brother. Peace.
Later. Ciao. Look at that. I got him. I got the remove and everything. I got this thing down pat now. Smoke. Thank you.
You're getting the hang of it.
Yeah, if you didn't
Yeah,
help me out right here,
Carlos.
I was about to scrap the whole thing. Like I'll figure this out tomorrow. It was giving me a headache. I
Another
don't know what.
channel to you know, to chill out on,
Yeah.
Carlos.
What's that?
No, Carlos said it's cool. We have another channel to hang out in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing. We'll be doing these. Maybe like once or twice a week or something. But I'm definitely gonna be doing some
I I
long form
I
content shows too.
I know what Common's plans are, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and and not just not I'm not even talking about the lives. I'm just talking about the things he has planned other than doing lives. Of course he's going to do lives as well, but yeah, it's going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to work on that thing I was asking you about before, Smoke, with the thumbnail and the other thing there at the top of the page there. What's it called?
The banner.
The banner. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got to
yeah,
figure that out too. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Armand sent me the clip of Suge, but I don't know how do I share something like that? Can I do that or no? Or is that?
Well, you can
Uh,
just put the voice on your phone.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, let me do that. I don't think he'll mind, right? Yeah, let me see. I didn't get to hear this yet.
Shirts. Little fucking bitch. That's what he wears. Okay, this is the little girl. This is the little fucking boy. If that's a fucking tranny, bro, I will suck his dick all fucking day and
what
night.
the fuck?
Okay, if
Look.
my wife is a fucking tranny, I will suck.
So he has a picture of his wife up on there, and he's talking about the people that are saying that she's a man or whatever, some stupid shit like that, and he's saying if that's a man, basically that he'd suck the man's dick because that's how hot she is. This is great.
That
Hey,
dick fucking night.
Carlos, I'm not saying you have to play it, but maybe you want to save it. Carlos dropped the link to Leanne's show channel.
Oh, we did. Okay, where?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you got to play it, but maybe you might want to copy and paste it for another time.
Yeah, I wanted to copy the thing. If they could, he put in the chat. I have to scroll back up and see it. Then
Yeah.
off the top of my head. But yeah, here, let me play the rest of this. It's short. It's only like 20 seconds.
Good.
My wife is a fucking tranny. I will suck that dick day and fucking night. Hey, scumbag, I've been married to this motherfucker going on 18 fucking years, all right? You jerk off. direct.
That's funny, man. He
Yeah.
says some wild shit, bro.
He also said, but it cut off. He also said, "I'll just make believe she took steroids and was a bodybuilder, and her clit got enlarged."
Are you serious?
No.
Oh. But the fucking crazy thing is that I can hear him saying some shit like that. That's the funniest part
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, he's a fucking trip, man. Shug said some wild shit, bro. That's funny. Did you catch that, Smoke, or no?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear that part. No.
That's
No, I made up that part.
yeah, that's crazy.
That would be something he would say, but
Yeah, he would say some shit like that though, for sure. The best though, Smoke was telling me that Edwin's his new guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
You ever
man.
watch the show, Hal?
say it again.
Smoke was confessing to me that Edwin is his new guilty pleasure. That's his new YouTube gold right there.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Especially when he gets himself worked up, you can hear himself getting crazier and crazier. He starts making threats. You want to kill me, so you want to kill me. Come to my house
Yeah,
in the
this guy,
name of God.
he starts. He's like saying the women can't wear thongs or show cleavage.
That's
This guy's
satanic.
nuts. Yeah.
Who said
That's
that?
a
Edwin?
demon. Yeah,
Yeah.
he said he doesn't want cleavage. That's satanic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the more people act like they like him, the more holier he gets.
Yeah, that's a fucking. I don't buy a word of it. After the clips I heard Smoke playing, this guy getting crazy talking about he's about to shoot this guy and put the other guy in the cemetery. He ain't gonna be with us no more. He was talking some gangster shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Like this guy lost his mind.
You're gonna end up in the cemetery.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he was saying.
You raise your hand to me. That is improper.
Who was he
You will
talking about?
die. I don't know. He never says. He
Oh,
says
he
it
never.
in general. He's like, there
Oh.
are many. There are many. So
Yeah,
I don't
Well,
know.
you got to be careful with them older Puerto Rican guys.
Yeah, that's true too. You ain't kidding about that. He probably got a couple bodies under his belt.
Well, he said he will use deadly force. So
Did he say that?
yeah, he said that. You come see him. He said his neighbor will kick your ass too.
Oh
To
yeah,
the death. Beat you to the death.
Carlos just put it right here in the chat. He said, Edmund was saying if people showed up to his house, his neighbor was going to deal with him.
Yeah, he said his neighbor's 80 years old and he'll beat you to the death. He'll beat your ass.
He said he's 80?
Yeah, his neighbor's 80 years old and he'll beat
Where
your
does he
ass.
live? In a fucking, one of them retirement fucking convalescent
He's in
homes?
Puerto Rico.
Huh?
He's in Puerto Rico.
No, I know, but I'm saying, what does he live in? A convalescent home? All his neighbors are like 80 plus or what?
Oh, I don't know.
I could see him living in one of them like retirement communities with a bunch of old crazy people.
Yeah, they start playing dominoes and drinking some beers. Next thing you know, they're fucking shooting it out with each other.
Fucking wild. They're doing 10 paces in the yard and shit, dropping like flies over there. He should get, I bet you if he did that shit, like him and his old buddies hanging out, fucking, he could probably get a whole bunch of fucking views.
Yeah.
I'll tune in to see that shit. He's a fucking nut. I still haven't watched it. I gotta watch it though. Gunsmoke said it's the best.
I mean, some shows aren't great, but when he gets worked up, depends what he's talking about,
Why? What is he usually doing on there?
It's like 6 a.m. He's giving his blessings. He does the mass. He plays like a little prayer video.
Well, he
And
does.
then he addresses the YouTube tough guys, and then he gets all worked up about it. He's like, "You're not gonna slap no one. You're gonna die."
You were playing something in that clip, right?
Huh?
I think I heard that on your show. You were playing that clip. You won't.
Yeah, every Sunday I play it. I play like a 10-minute sermon that I work on during the week.
No,
and put it all together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic. Fish is saying Edwin's the biggest troll out here.
I don't know if he's serious or not, man. Because the shit he says when he's addressing us basically. But the shit he says, it's the shit that his boys do. SoFlo and Chicago Maggot and the shitheads that he. But meanwhile, they show up in his chat and he gives them blessings, like they're good guys, and that he's got God in his heart and this and that. And
yeah,
we're the demons, we're the satanic bastards, we're the troublemakers, we're the fucking assholes.
yeah.
I just don't understand them.
No, he's out of his mind. I heard him. He was complimenting you, right, or something, and then he came in the chat, giving you blessings or whatever. And then I heard him saying that the rape babe down there was going to get into heaven before the rest of us, and everybody's going to be laughing when we get denied and they open up the gates for him or something. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you?
If that's heaven, we're already in hell, man.
Yeah, save me a fucking a warm, keep my seat warm, basically.
Listen, I can't fucking support a guy who used to call MRE his nephew.
Oh, absolutely not.
The worst of the worst he supports. I don't understand him. There's something wrong there. He's not a good judge of character, but then he insists that he is, and that God has shown him who the true people are on YouTube.
You know
That's
why
what
he
he said?
supports all of them? Because he feels safe with them, because if he goes against them, they'll tear him apart.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah, we make a couple of jokes here and there, but we're not fucking tearing them apart.
No. Well, that's what I think happened the other day with the other guy there that told him that story or whatever. I think people are just worried that they're going to become one of his targets, basically.
Yeah, I believe that too.
And that's unfortunate that even has to happen. It really is. But what are you gonna do, right? What's up, Boogie?
Listen, the guy's having a good time, whatever, doing what he's doing, and all I can say is all good things come to an end.
That's right.
Damn.
That's a fact too. Hey, I heard Mickey saying that she was on the phone with Paps the other day. Was that a new was that new, or was she playing a clip or something? Do you guys know?
I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about it.
I think that was on her last show that she did, so it's recent.
So, but I'm saying when I wasn't watching the show, I was listening to it while I was laying down, so I fell asleep and I heard her talking. But I'm saying she wasn't playing a clip from sometimes she plays old clips from her shows.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't actually see that. I heard that she said that, but I didn't actually hear when she said it.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering. Because I was under the impression that they weren't really talking too much, but it sounds like if that was that wasn't a recorded show from previously, it was live, that she was just talking to him the day before or something like that. So I don't know. I thought he would walked away.
Oh no, the show wasn't pre-recorded. Yeah, she said she just had spoken to him, so it was either earlier that day or the day before, which was only a day ago, 2 days ago.
Okay, wow, yeah, all right. Yeah, I was under the impression that they kept it moving basically, but I guess not. He's still doing his wrestling show then, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
What do you think about that stuff going on with the Sakali thing right now? You guys got any opinions on that with the Nadu beef over this coin thing?
Why it's escalating?
Well, I haven't seen I haven't seen any of Sakali's shows in a few days, but based on what was happening in the beginning, I don't know. I mean, listen, it's just too coincidental. You pull out all your money right before shit hits the fan.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look good.
But I have no idea how that shit works. Sounds like he wants to make good and start another one, but I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I feel? I feel like he got fucking scammed.
I believe that too. I'm interested to know how much capital he put in and what he wound up getting back out of it. Because I saw the
Right.
live he did. It sounded like he pulled out 250,000. I think he said.
Right.
But I thought he originally said he had bought like $500,000 or something like that. I could have been mistaken though. Do you guys remember or no?
No, I don't
I'm not
remember
sure.
that. But I could see like him seeing what's happening and people selling, pulling out all of their money, and him just panicking and taking out all his.
Yeah. I listen. I don't know him. I don't speak to him, so I don't know enough about the situation other than obviously what we hear on here, and then some conclusions you can draw, just some stuff that you have seen and heard
Wait,
regarding
look at
what's
this
going
shit.
on.
Look at this shit. He
Huh.
put 500 and pulled out 200, so he lost 300. Or maybe it's still in there.
No, well, that's okay. So that's what I'm. So the jacket, I did hear him correctly, right? He said he started off with $500,000. So that's what I thought when he originally said he was launching a coin. I was almost positive he said that he had $500,000 invested himself, right? Then the other day, a week or so ago, when the dude did that show and had that kid on there that was talking about how his family lost money or whatever, and he was explaining, why it was a rug pull and a scam. Sakali did that live, and the guy that was sitting next to him seemed like he was the one that advised him on this entire Crypto Nostra coin in general. Like he was the one that instrumented the whole plan. Basically, I think he was the head guy that he was doing the live stream with at the pool there for the event,
Right.
because he made a comment and said something like, yeah, and my friend here told me, listen, we're gonna take the money out, and then we're gonna do a relaunch, and we're gonna add it up with this other, more well known. I don't know if it's a trading platform for coins or for the memes or anything like that, or if it's a wallet. I'm not exactly sure, but when I looked it up, because I was trying to figure out, is this exactly what went on, and I looked up what a coin rug pull is exactly, and it was basically saying one of the main things that you look for with one of these meme coin rug pulls is somebody who holds on to the portion or majority of the coin itself, either directly or through a third party, like an investment, or so to speak, branch of the coin that's backing it, right? And then the other part is if they pull out all the money and then they relaunch it and they're in conjunction with another one of these platforms where they're now promoting each other. And supposedly the coins aren't regulated like the stock market, by the SEC, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you can get away with doing it's basically a pump and dump, like it would be on a stock. But if it was on a stock, you'd be getting indicted by the government. But since it's the meme coins, they're not regulated the way that the regular stocks are. So there's really no oversight, and nobody's even probably really going to get in trouble over it, other than the fact that ethically, it looks horrible. You know what I mean? But if if the guy that he was on doing the live with said that he convinced him to pull all the money out and do a relaunch with this, and he said I pulled out 200 or 250 grand, so that means that he himself lost half of his money then.
Right.
So my whole thing is that if he himself lost all this money, what did all these other guys do? Because the guy that was on the do show was saying that when he would try to sell off a certain amount of shares to get some of his money back, that Dom was calling him up on the phone immediately, telling him, "Oh, please don't sell. Just hang on to it. We're gonna get the money up. If people pull out, it's people are gonna lose faith in the coin. It's gonna keep the price down. We're not gonna make any money." So like that's the only other thing that I find kind of weird too. Like, if you're so sure of this coin and all this stuff's backed up, then why are you worried about people selling off the coin or whatever? Like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, no?
Right.
So those are the only red flags that I saw. But I honestly don't believe. I believe it's something you said, where those other people that he's involved with that convinced him to do this. I think they got him, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, evidently he got screwed with the EG vodka.
What happened
That's
with
what.
that? I heard him say
That's what
something
they're
about.
saying. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Oh, let me see. I wasn't looking at it. Who made the comment out?
Stevie B.
All right, 1 second. Let me see. Stevie B. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, this one right here. I tried the EG vodka. I thought it was good, but that's not the comment. It's something else. I must have missed it.
No, Stevie B. I mean, I think I heard him do a show a while ago that he was going into, like going to court with the partners of the EG Vodka because they were misplacing money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And, yeah,
something
'cause-
something like that, or and
and they
they
owed him
weren't
money or something. I thought.
something about accounts and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded to me. I heard him make one comment where it sounded like they owed him money, or he like insinuated that like they didn't uphold their end of the bargain. Maybe some deal they had worked out for promotion. Maybe I'm not sure.
Right.
That's unfortunate. I agree with some of what Boogeyman is saying here, though. He says that I think that Dom was okay, but now I see that he really has deep-rooted hatred for himself. I think he could somehow talk his way out of it, but it's not working. LOL. I don't know if he has deep hatred for himself, but I could see like him being having a an ego. A lot of us do, especially where we came from, and that that's just how you had to survive. Basically, I do think that he definitely would take it personal if this failed and it fell solely on his shoulders, and he wasn't doing this intentionally, which I don't honestly believe he was doing, but it'd be a shame if he was.
Well, listen, I guess, we won't. Maybe we might never found out if it was done on purpose, but you got to realize another thing is, he was a gangster.
Well, that's yeah, that's the other thing. But the thing is, though, is that it's like if you come on here and he's not the only one. I mean, I think a lot of people on here are guilty of this, where they come on and try to project themselves and put themselves in a certain light and pretend to be some shit that they're not. And if you're coming on here and he's reformed like he claims and he turned his life around, he got scammed by some other lady with some like real estate venture or something like that for like $500,000 not too long ago. I think he has civil litigation going on with them. I think he's suing them over it. So I just feel as though like he is on the right path and he is trying to do the right thing. So it'd be pretty bad if he actually did this on purpose. You know what I mean? Because he carries himself in a different light nowadays. Is basically what I was getting at. So that would be a
So
really bad look.
when they relaunch in December, should I get any shares in that?
Oh, I'm not. I can't give you advice on that, bro. I don't know enough about it, man. I'm sure there's people in the chat that know more about it than me. I'm not going to give anybody financial advice on that.
Well, I heard Nadu's going to buy some shares.
He might bite a coin off of him.
Yeah, Nadu's just.
The whole thing.
I think Nadu's mad because he didn't get to do it first.
Yeah, right. Well, if it's true though that he lost fucking 250, 300, I mean, that's if he got, that's the other thing. Like you'd have to, in order for you to make money, you would have to get the money out before everybody dumped it. You know what I mean?
Right.
The whole point of the pump and dump is to drive the price up, and then you sell it before everybody else does while it's still hyped, and you make all the money. So if he pulled it out last minute like they're claiming with the guy on the show, and he lost 300,000, then obviously he got hoodwinked then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how else, look at it besides that. They're saying he's worth 50 million. I don't believe that. You guys believe that?
I don't really care. Like whether I believe it or not, it would just be an opinion, but
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, he might. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, he's losing 500 here, 300 there. I mean,
yeah, he might.
Yeah, he's not. Like he still looks hopeful with his relaunch and shit like that. So who knows?
Well, listen, I hope it works out for him. I hope that's not what happened, and it just, I think a lot of even a lot of the other coins are all down right now too. I mean, Bitcoin lost like 20, 30,000 over the last month or so, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I don't think it's just like his coin, I think it's the coins in general, and the current state of the the market right now, and just people's finances in general, and the economy. People are worried. They probably don't want to have their money tied up in stuff like that. That's such a big risk or gamble. They probably pulled it out and put it into stocks that they're safer with. You know what I mean? So I could easily see people just doing that, and it's
Yeah.
not personal, just bad timing, I guess. But if you do want to buy in smoke, you want to buy in early. If that's your, I'll give you that advice.
Well, he said that if you bought 1,000 shares with this asshole, and at one point they made 75,000
Who?
or something. Or if you bought 1,000 shares, or whatever the fuck it was. If you had 1,000 shares, you made 75,000 with them at one point before the fucking shit tanked. Something
Really?
like that. That's what he said.
Yeah, but he didn't want anybody to take any money out. So.
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
problem.
that's
He didn't want anybody to take it out. Is the issue?
Well, if I get the stock, I don't want to hear no shit. He ain't calling me up talking about, what are you doing? No.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
just yeah.
what is it, like a fucking Ponzi scheme or something? Like where you have to, hope people continue investing in order for the coin to go up.
Yeah, so basically, it's a typical, what you would call a pump and dump for back in the day. They used to do it with like the penny stocks and other shit, where basically they would just hype up a stock with all their clients or people that regularly called them that they did trading for, obviously, and they would spread the word around to every single other stockbroker that they knew to pump and say, hey, buy this. I think originally, the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, they did the movie on the Jordan Belfort guy.
Yeah.
Well, he was the one that the reason that they got taken down is because they did a pump and dump with Steve Madden, the shoe designer.
Right.
And they wound up doing a pump and dump on that because when he started coming out with his shoes, they had the hype going on, and then he told all of his other brokers and salespeople to go out and pump up this stock for the Steve Madden to drive the price through the roof, so that the people that owned and bought it at the very bottom. So say they bought, they spent $1,000 when shares were only 1/1,000,000th of a dollar, let's say. If that goes up to just $1, you just made about $10 million, $100 million in cash just by hitting $1. Because
no shit.
Yeah, because what happens is that you're buying every share for 1/100,000,000th of a penny. Not even 1 penny, like 1/100, 0.000001, let's say. So if you bought with $1,000 a million shares or 10 million shares of it at that price, the minute that it hits $1, it's now worth 10 million or 1 million, whatever it is that you bought it at. You understand?
Yeah.
So all they needed to do was to use all their so basically, if you were going to do a rug pull on a meme coin, let's say, like what they're claiming happened, is that you would contact everybody on all these social media platforms, all these YouTube channels, all these Instagram posts, all these X or Twitter accounts, Facebook, whatever you're using, to go and tell everybody to go invest in this coin. You bought it at the bare minimum when it launched, and you're trying to drive that coin up to hit that $1 mark, and then boom, sell off half of your shares. You just made 10,000 extra money by driving it up.
Right.
But then what happens is that as soon as you sell all of those, the price drops back down, and then all the original investors just lost all their money when they bought it high as the price was going up.
I mean,
so
listen,
you make all the money and bankrupt everybody else. That's basically what they're doing.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a fucking legit. It sounds like a scheme. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah,
but,
well, that's the problem. And the final straw was that relaunch thing, because what I looked up online when I was looking into it after they were making these claims, I wanted to check for myself. They said that one of the main things to look for is this alleged relaunch, and they specifically said in there that if they come back and they relaunch and they affix their name with some other platform or some other service or some other coin, that's the telltale sign that was a whole rug pull and an executed plan to do this shit. And that's what Dom was talking about at the live that day. What he was going to do with the relaunch is adding their coin to this other platform. And I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "That's." Not. I was like, "That's not good." You know what I mean? So, yeah, well, it don't look good.
Yeah, you can't hate the player.
No. And well, you remember you were speaking about the Hawk Tuah earlier. That girl, that Hawk Tuah girl, she was involved in some shit like that where she got used by a bunch of these people.
Yeah,
and she was
I heard that.
Yeah, she was promoting her own coin, and they did a rug pull on that, and everybody that invested in the coin, they all lost a shit ton of money, and a bunch of people made tens and millions of dollars. They made a killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
So,
advantage of that.
oh, right here, yeah. Fish said, look how much it is right there per coin. Look at the price. 0.000019. So, figure out how many shares of that you can get for, say, 10,000, and then multiply that by the zeros when that thing hits the dollar. So you're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Just do the math on that. So you're looking at 10 million off of like 10,000.
Yeah, well, to be totally honest, it doesn't look good, but I don't care either way. It's none of my business.
Oh yeah, no, I don't give a shit.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, but I would have to be a fucking asshole to say no. It sounds legit.
Right. Who knows? Maybe when they relaunch, maybe I'll see how much it is to buy something and see what I can do. Maybe see if I can get the run up too. Fuck it. Maybe it
Yeah,
comes
I
back.
mean, as long as you're not greedy and you just want to pull out a few thousand profit, that'll be easy.
Well, that's what that kid said he did. The kid that was on the do show that day. He said he made money because he did sell it, even though this guy was calling him. He said he was selling it off in smaller amounts, so it wasn't as noticeable. I think he said.
Right.
So, I guess some people, it's like other things. Some people make money, and then other people. In order for you to win, other people have to lose. Basically, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
I guess that's like anything else in life, though.
I mean, even like the good stocks, it's still a risk.
Oh yeah, and they're really expensive too.
Yeah.
To get those like blue chip stocks, I mean, one stock is like a few $100s.
Yeah. So, and like, I mean, the market could crash one day, and you lose your money.
You can lose everything. That's what happened when the market burst in the early 2000s, when they had the first market collapse or whatever, and everybody panicked and pulled their money out. If they just left it in, they would have like 20x their money.
Wow.
Yeah. But they all pulled it out because they didn't want to lose everything completely. You know what I mean? A lot of those people that own a lot of those stocks are all retiree people that worked their whole lives. That was their, retirement funds basically. The last thing you want to see is you lose every penny you have in the stock market when it crashes, and then you're 70 something years old. You can't go back to work,
Mm-hmm.
So you can't blame them. But if they needed the money at the time, yeah, they all got screwed too. It was brutal. I know my grandmother before she passed, she had a ton, and she pretty much pulled out like everything she had back then at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a form of gambling, when you're not dealing with the blue chip stocks.
Yeah, true. And I don't know. I never got into it. I don't know enough about it to be honest with you. But there's so many, even the accountants and brokers and people you have to deal with. You got to worry about them stealing from you too.
Yep.
I was hearing a story earlier about an NBA player. I forget who it was. It was a famous one too. I guess the guy got him for like 28 million or 38 million, something crazy like that. His accountant and his
Oh,
agent.
no
They were
shit.
like, who's robbing him? Could you imagine that? And the guy's basically broke right now, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Jesus. How much did they get him for?
It was either 28 or 38 million, he said. It was
Oh,
something
my God.
ridiculous. Yeah. And there's nothing he could do about it either, supposedly. I caught him on
Wow.
one of these shows that popped up in my feed. I forget who it was. An NBA player. I just can't remember who it was off the top of my head. Maybe somebody in the chat knows if you guys saw the video that came up on YouTube. It was like a short I was watching.
Was he a white guy?
No, black guy. It was like it was somebody from like the '90s era. It was like real big name too. Not Scottie Pippen, but it was somebody like that. I just can't think of the guy's name right now off the top of my head, man. That's gonna drive me nuts. Did anybody in the chat see that? If you guys do, put in the chat if you guys saw that at all. Yeah, that guy was sick too. That Bernie Madoff guy, he was a real fucking scumbag. Probably the biggest in history. You ever watch that movie?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I
Oh,
forgot who
No.
played him. Who played him in that movie?
I don't know that guy's name, man. Did you see it though, Smoke? It was good.
I don't think I saw that. No.
The Madoff movie? Yeah. He looked just like him too. His name was I got it right here. Hold on. Why is it not giving me the cast names? What's that? Bernie Madoff cast. He looked just like him too. I just don't know his name off the top of my head. Let me see. Wow, it's the first time I've typed something like that in Google and it doesn't come up as your first name. Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, I can see him playing a good Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that movie was really good. What that guy got away with and what he did, I don't think could ever be done ever again because of the computers and stuff like that. The way he was falsifying all his business records and everything. But man, he got people for billions and billions of dollars. That guy. He was the head.
Yeah.
He was the head of the SEC while he was in there running the biggest Ponzi scheme in American history.
Yeah, that's why they fucking banged him out.
Oh yeah, he's done. He'll never see that guy would have never seen the light of day after all the people's lives he fucking ruined. And he ruined like famous people's lives too. He was getting everybody. It wasn't like he was getting, little mom and pops like retirement fund. I mean, he was cleaning people out. And really well-to-do people, how they were getting bamboozled over, it doesn't even make any sense. But that's why today, these people will never be able to do that ever again because with the computers and the AI, it can pick up all those little anomalies in people's trades and see, their reporting that they put out there and how they're making X amount of profit over a certain amount of time, which is, 30x some of the best investors in the entire world. How are these guys putting out these numbers? So nobody could ever get away with that ever again. I don't think so, anyways. Which
No way.
I guess is a good thing, but people still get away with stealing hundreds of millions of dollars from people all the time.
Yeah.
Did you see that Indian guy, the story that just came up that got BlackRock for like $500 million?
He got what?
He got BlackRock for $500 million fucking dollars.
Black Rock.
Yeah.
What is Black Rock?
BlackRock? It's
Yeah.
like the biggest investment company in the entire world.
Okay.
They manage over like $10 trillion
Okay.
every year. That's their accounts. It's like it's over $10 trillion they exceed. They're the biggest financial investment company in the entire world. They pretty much run the world basically. And there's an Indian guy that falsified all of these business records. This happened recently too, like within the last few years, or even this year maybe. So we're talking about recent. Like there should have been no way these people are able to get away with this. This guy convinced BlackRock to cut him a check and send him $500 million in cash that he cashed out instantly and it's disappeared. It's never to be seen again.
500
And everything
million.
that he sent over to get the money secured from BlackRock was all fake, all fraudulent, every single thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, one guy did it. $500 million. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I wish I knew how to do that.
Shit.
Bernie was never head of the SEC. I thought he was the face of the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, you said like basically the head of the SEC.
Yeah, I said basically. Yeah, I didn't say he was the head of it. I said basically he was. He was the head of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm pretty sure. Unless I got that wrong, I don't know. I'd have to look it up real quick. Yeah, Bernie Madoff at one time was the chairman of the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. What are we talking about here?
All right. So at one time he was.
Well, the SEC is the SEC regulates the stock exchange, but the chairman of the stock exchange is the one that runs basically, or is the face of the entire stock trading industry and shit. The Nasdaq. The SEC would be the government controlling agency or whatever, but he damn near was running the fucking Nasdaq, the exchange itself, and the guy's running the biggest Ponzi scheme in American history. I mean, it's fucking unbelievable. I guess back then, I think it was similar. I think in the movie they were showing that he figured out basically how to go in and reprogram something with the computer, or the way you can punch in the numbers in real time and make like printouts for it. But it wasn't instantaneous or anything like it is now. And transnational, where it's all in the same database and the same computer system, and you can go through and check to see if these entries and stuff like that are legit. And it wasn't. Everything was completely made up. So it was pretty wild what this guy was doing, and how he got away with it was for so long was just unbelievable.
Yeah, eventually you won't be able to get away with anything.
It's going to be very difficult. Supposedly, I just saw something else that came up. They're saying that this AI now just carried out its first cyber attack.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly. Did you see
That's
that? Smoke?
crazy. No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they said it was the biggest cyber attack in history and the first of its kind for like the AI.
That's trouble, see? It's already starting, see?
They're alleging that I believe they were Chinese backed. They were Chinese backed. They were running some type of AI bots to go and commit all these like cyber attacks and espionage crimes and stuff like that. And they said it's like very disturbing the way that it's panning out right now, and they're really worried about it. I think the AI is going to be like the downfall of society and man, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so, too.
Yep, it's going to be like those futuristic movies, Terminator and all of those movies where this big fucking computer takes over the fucking world.
They're working up to that, yeah. They're building the robots for it. They're building the AI, so it's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah, Fish is telling the truth there too. The kid that took the shot at Trump, during that rally in Pennsylvania, or whatever, right? The Thomas Crooks kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was in high school, they did a commercial, and he was one of the people that was in the commercial for BlackRock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
And their
very
ties
weird.
to the CIA and all that stuff are, like hand in hand. They're probably one of the most corrupt, institutions on the face of the planet at this point. I mean, they're involved with all of these guys. I mean, that's basically probably what Epstein type of shit level he was on, dealing with them. And they only deal with, like, I'm pretty sure, like, really high net worth clients. Like, I don't even think you can have less than, like, $10 million or something like that to even deal with people like that. You got to have big bucks.
Yeah.
But that whole thing.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, I was watching something on Tucker Carlson. Do you watch him at all, Hal?
Once in a while, if he's speaking to somebody interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I've maybe seen like one or two interviews that he did or whatever. He seems like he's been going off the rails lately himself. I think he said the other day he got visited by like aliens or ghosts or something fucking weird like that.
Really?
I don't know what the hell it was, but he was talking. Supposedly he's got some whistleblowers or something regarding that attempted assassination that day, and the fact that allegedly that Thomas Crooks kid, the one that got killed there, that took the shot at him or whatnot, was flying a drone for like, I think he said 11 minutes during the event prior to him taking that shot, and that the Secret Service's anti-drone system or whatever just happened to be down, 2 minutes before he went up, and then didn't come back on until afterwards or something like that. Like, yeah, on what fucking planet do you believe that wasn't set up?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the guy, everybody saw him up there. Nobody fucking did nothing about it. Come on.
And they were in the building too. That's the craziest part about it. They were literally doing surveillance and were posted up inside that building on a basically an aluminum roof. You didn't hear the kid walking around, throwing a ladder up there, laying down, doing all that in the building that you're sitting in.
Yeah.
It's fucking impossible. And that, tell me or not, how fast did that story go away?
quick.
It wasn't even in the news for like more than a month. I mean, the guy literally took a shot at an ex-president, one that's running for office right now. You hear people talking about the JFK assassination for 50 years now, 60 years now. This guy takes a shot and it gets killed, and it's, whistles like, oh, nothing to see here, guys. We'll just keep it moving,
Yep.
And then the kid supposedly didn't have silverware in the house.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm assuming that they were worried about any DNA. Like if anybody went in to investigate and they started pulling glasses or spoons or silverware or whatever, anybody that was stopping over, he could have been talking to or in communication with to carry out the assassination attempt. They didn't want to leave any evidence behind, like DNA on silverware or fingerprints or nothing, in case they didn't walk.
Right.
That's what I took it as. But let's be serious here. What house in America doesn't have silverware in it?
None.
You know what I mean? And allegedly, right before the assassinations, there was allegedly, I think, an FBI agent or two people from Washington that had been meeting at the house. They got them on cell phone towers. And then right afterwards, after they went to go meet him at the house, they have him, the kid Crooks or whatever, traveling down to D.C., which isn't far from where they live, to go and meet people right next to the FBI building down there, or the DOJ. I mean, that's about as weird as it gets, no?
Yeah, I mean, look at all the crazy shit that happened with the Kirk thing. Look at all the crazy shit that's going on with the Trump assassination. I mean, coincidentally, this kid went and met with fucking political people. I mean, it's just it's crazy, like how these people can still get away with this shit in this day and age.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, the only reason why you get away with it is because
They had help.
yeah, CIA.
I don't understand, right? With the like you were just saying, in today's age, with all the technology they have, from cameras to drones to everything, from people having literally cameras in their hands now to catch everything on site. World Star, you know what I mean? That's been going on for a long time. Nobody has any direct, camera footage of this shot happening, from any of the shit going on with all this other stuff. Like it literally makes no fucking sense. And I don't know what to think, because the problem is, like, even these channels you would want to be taken as credible that have, a couple million subscribers on YouTube, let's say, right? Like, I'll go and I'll click on them and I'll watch them, and I'll listen to people on both sides of the political aisle, the left and the right, just because I want to hear what both sides are saying, right? And I'll draw my own conclusions after that. But I want to go over and look at a channel. They got 2, 3, 4, 5 million subscribers. They go live. They got, 50, 60, 80,000 people in their chat. I'm thinking, like, these people are somewhat credible people. Let me go hear what they have to say, right? But then you hear these people talking, and they're the biggest crackpots in the fucking world. The stuff that comes out of their mouth and the things that they think is going on, when we all have the same information, they draw their own conclusions from it and spin up this whole story and put it on YouTube, and it's all bullshit. Like, literal bullshit. And they got millions of people listening to this, repeating it. And that's what I think is the real problem today, is that type of shit. I think it's real easy to manipulate people and the public using social media. A lot easier than it was when Hitler developed that idea back during, World War I. You know what I mean? Or World War II, whatever it was, when he claimed that if you can control the media, you can control the world, basically. You can control the narrative if you can control the information going out to the people, basically. That's what he used to take over Nazi Germany, right? The master of propaganda. That's basically what it is. And now it's even easier, because you can do it on a platform like YouTube and reach, 10 times the amount of people across the whole entire world, not just your local, in your country or whatever, surrounding areas. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what makes it way more dangerous. I just saw a good question. Common, do you believe that Epstein hung himself? I don't. I'll be honest, man. I don't know what to believe in that story. I think it's definitely another situation where it's very coincidental that those cameras allegedly went down, right before the time the guy allegedly committed that act, and afterwards when they mysteriously started working again. But if you've ever been, to jail, to prison, etc., you'll know that those cameras do go down all the time. So I'm not going to say it's anything that's out of the realm of possibilities, and it's very strange that it wasn't working at that time, but that does happen a lot at those facilities, unfortunately. I think the more difficult part to comprehend or understand is the actual crime scene itself, like inside the actual cell with all those amounts of jumpsuits and I think even blankets and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure the guy was on some sort of um what is it called, like a suicide watch
Protective,
or whatever.
yeah, protective
So
custody.
yeah, he was basically on some type of protective custody suicide protocol where he was supposed to have a cellmate like at all times, and supposedly his cellmate was that convicted ex-cop that killed a bunch of people on duty or whatever. And he had mysteriously gotten moved out like the day before, but somebody was supposed to be in there with the guy, but nobody was. And then just the amount of stuff that was all over the cell. I mean, somebody that's in protective custody like that on a suicide watch isn't going to have access to all that material of clothing or items of clothing that they could make a rope out of, so to speak. You know what I mean? What do you have to say, Hal?
So you're saying like they just purposely left him all the stuff he needed to commit suicide?
Well, either that or it was staged. That's what I mean. I don't know what to believe on there. I just don't believe that they would allow that guy to have that much clothing or bedding or anything in a cell that he was on PC and possible suicide watch for. I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, maybe they took him somewhere else and hung him and then put him back in there.
I mean, that's that's the other problem is that the cameras went down, so we really don't know exactly what happened.
And that would be for CIA. That would be pretty easy to fucking knock a camera out for a little while.
Yeah, that, and then also the other part too is I think where he allegedly did it, it was only on like the top post of like the bunk bed, so like his feet could still easily touch the ground.
Yeah, so he basically had the willpower to stay there choking without trying to stand back up.
Which I don't care whether you're trying to do that or you're not. Like people intentionally make sure that they go high enough where they don't do that. I'll give you an example. The Aaron Hernandez, when he wound up doing that or whatever in his cell, if you go and you listen to the reports on what they found inside the cell when they found his body, is that he took soap and mixed it with water and poured it all over the floor, making the floor completely slippery. So if he decided at the last minute that he was going to try to live, he made sure that he couldn't put his feet and plant them onto that cell floor to get himself off that ground if he wasn't high enough.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how high that was that he was hanging down, but still, like you even with the soap on the floor, I mean, you can probably just lift yourself up enough to where you're not fucking hanging anymore.
On one
Maybe.
of them tile cell floors covered in soap? No way, man.
What? How how high was the distance from where he was hanging himself? Like, how high was it?
The Hernandez one?
Oh, you're talking about Hernandez. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Hernandez put the soap all over his cell floor. You got to remember, he was 6 foot, like 6'3".
So where did he hang himself from?
The top of the window bar in the cell.
Right.
So, but in the Epstein thing, I think it was the top like post on the top of the top bunk, which is even lower than the top of the window would have been.
Right.
So he could have easily had his feet planted on the ground, at least from the pictures that I saw or whatever. I didn't obviously see him like how they caught him or whatever, but based on what I saw on the post of the bunk bed with the clothing and everything, they claim that he used to commit the act in. I mean, he could have easily touched that floor from what it looked like. Like we were just saying, he was in a PC, suicide cell or whatever. So they specifically designed those so people can't do. They try their best that people won't be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the weirdest part for me is that when you add in all those other factors, I want to go from I think he did it to I don't know. It seems very suspicious.
And like going back to the Hernandez thing, yeah, it could, like putting soap on the floor could work, plus like, you know, I'm sure like when he hung himself, like, he like just dropped down, so that thing just fucking became really tight around his neck. So like even so now you only have a little bit of time before you're gonna pass out, and you gotta struggle and actually like have the patience enough to fucking figure out how to loosen up that noose, you know?
Yeah, which is very difficult.
Very difficult, right? Even
Yeah.
for Epstein, it could have been that way too.
Yeah, I remember. What is this? Cameras never went down when I was doing my 20 years. I don't know if he's being serious or not.
Yeah. Well, we lost like 20 people.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I'm losing my voice right now, anyways. I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, I'm struggling to stay awake for some reason today.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate everybody showing up in the chat tonight. I was really coming on tonight just to try to test everything out, try to get everything working. So I'll be putting a post out for the next show. I got some content that I want to do, some stuff I'm going to cover. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. If you can, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, turn the notifications on, and I'll hopefully catch you guys on the next one in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think you did a good job tonight. We little bumps in the beginning, but you fixed it. You pretty much know how to put the comments underneath now. Yeah, I think another one or two times you'll be a pro.
Yeah, I'll definitely have it down for sure. So I appreciate everybody's patience tonight too. I had to schedule like 2, 3 different shows and then figure out how to remove them and start another one and send people over here. So wound up being a little bit of a headache, but I appreciate everybody who stopped by
Yeah,
tonight.
I like to say goodnight to Joe Root, Furbo, I like Gay Uncle, Becky Town, Bella, uh, Red. What's up, Red? Um, Stevie B,
What's up, Furbo? Gay Unk?
Don, Dan Tundis, whoever the hell that is.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Watcher of Crazy, Dry Snitch.
Yeah, got a whole bunch of people. All right, guys. Thanks. And Gunsmoke, I want to thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I know you stepped out for a second if you're not hearing this or not. And Armand, thank you for stopping by too. Hal, we'll
Yeah.
catch up soon.
All
Thank you
right,
for
buddy.
coming on tonight.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, have a good night, guys. See you
All
guys
right.
soon.